stay there. Why my pillow, you kind of, can we just try and get the blanket a little bit more under you there? Is that okay? You stay there. Right, that's better. Oh, is that right, puppy? Is that right, puppy? Oh, careful. You need some attention, do you? You need some attention, do you, dog? Okay. Attention for dog. Oh, you're being all weird. You're having a weird moment, are you? You're having a weird moment, are you, dog? You're having a weird moment. How are you, mate? You alright? I can see your teeth. I can see your teeth. They're poking out of your face. You alright? You happy? You're not happy. Why are we not happy? You gonna stay here? Where are you going? Come back! Wilson! Come here, buddy, come on. You lie down here, son. You just stay here? You stay with me? Am I good enough company? Oh, stay there, stay there. Stay. Am I good enough company now? What do you reckon? I'm being, my attention is being demanded by Miss Heidi here. I need to put a poll on screen, I suppose. You stay there, pup. Stay there. Kai Kinsama, how are you? Glad to be the first like. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'll just put a hello everybody. We're just having a friendly evening chat. We don't do any politics here, anything like that. I'm just going to write a poll. I've just got on here. A bit of a long day, but yeah, I'm from New Zealand. I'm nearly 39 years old, and we're just going to have a chat about whatever, right? We have a... I'll put this poll up, that'll make more sense. ADHD and mental health chat, but we just have a friendly chat, right? It's just if anyone needs help with anything, we help them. That's just what it's about. Hang on. It takes a while to type this in. I don't know why it won't let you set up a poll. I'm not sure why it won't let you set up a poll when you schedule a live or anything. We've got the puppy here. We're just going to hang out, as I say, we're just going to hang out, have a little chat. It's been a long day for me, but not the most productive day. Like, my mental health hasn't been the best today. I'm just a bit of overthinking about the future, I think, right? A bit of, I just need to plan things a bit better, and yeah. As I say when I come on here, when we talk about mental health and stuff, right? Like, my mental health, obviously the reason I'm talking about mental health on here and here to discuss it and try help people with it and stuff is the stuff I still go through, right? So, yeah, just questioning if I'm taking the right directions in life with all the things I'm doing, and maybe I could serve people better other ways, and all kinds of things, But how are you guys going today? Who's got some good news for me? We'll start off with some good news today. Who has some good news to brighten my day? Puppy, are you going to come here? Hey. Yeah. Lie down. This is your favourite spot. You're going to lie down there? Don't jump out the window. Hey. Lie down. He's good. He's good. Perfect. Yes, this is Miss Heidi. She's a 3-year-old German Shepherd. Yeah, I don't do any religious arguments, man. I respect your beliefs, but I'm not here to discuss anything like that. No politics, no religion, bro. Respectfully, right? There's a lot of other places you can talk about that. This place here is for mental health, right? Talk about ADHD and anything like that, but we do just have a positive chat. We just catch up with everyone in the evenings and yeah, see how everybody is. Make sure everybody's all right. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about mental health or they're struggling with motivation or addiction, anything like that, yeah, it's a chat where I sort of host it, and usually we get some regulars in and stuff, and everybody's just trying to help each other make their life a bit better, right? That's what I do here. Professional F1 driver, and tomorrow's my under 21 champ. Okie dokie. Best news today is we are here, bro. Good vibes to you from the UK. That's good words, man. That's a good way to start things off. Yep, that's it, man. Gratitude to have existence, right? To have a chance at life, right? Watching from the Philippines, Mary Jane. How's life? Can you stop scratching when you're on my bed? You alright, dog? Hey, stay, hey, off my bed. Off. Go on your bed if you're going to go scratch on you yourself. You can join me again soon, dog. Yeah, I've been a bit of a long day, a bit of a mental health day. I mean, I realised today I haven't taken a day off, and I've just been working on the house, working on cars, working at stuff, working for like a couple of weeks straight, like without a single day of stopping. I'm just streaming a lot and stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking after myself here. I wasn't going to come on and do a chat tonight, but I thought, hey, good to talk with people and yeah, see if we can help anybody while I'm on here. United Generations. I missed the message from you. Yeah, sorry, bud. Feel free to type something if you wish. Somewhat good news. I started a movement to fight against the awful laws in the UK. I love being autistic. That could be good, man. That could be good. Personally, my channel here is more about taking control of your own life, right? Rather than like just being direct, right? My channel is more about taking control of your own life rather than expecting the systems to change because of how the world's run. But I do understand it, right? With my autism as well, so there's definitely that deep sense of injustice that comes with things, and you want to do it, but it's also, it all takes time and things from your own life, right? So it's about finding that balance of what works for you, right? Yes, if anybody wants to chat about whatever, I'm all for it. I'm not, we don't do arguments and stuff, but I'll just give my opinion as always. I don't know. As I say, I just come on here. There's no pretty LED lights. There's no show. It's just, we have a good chat with real people. Real people are welcome. If you want to have a, talk about whatever, ask any questions. I don't know, something. Usually once the regulars appear, it'll take off a bit more. What else is going on? Yeah, I just went for a motorbike ride today. Chill day, motorbike ride, and just chilling a bit more today. Get done in the garage later tonight. Be the change you want to see. Yeah, true. There's a lot to be said for making sure you're looking after yourself first, right? So like as I say about politics and stuff, right? It all comes down to, it's all distraction when you could put that time at doing something useful, right? Like you go to the supermarket, you hear people complain about the fuel prices over here at the moment. It's like, well, complaining ain't going to change it, right? So it's just people seem to like to complain and not solve their problems. What's going on, puppy? Do you need some water? One moment, guys. You run out of water. No, you done that. There's water in there. What are you doing? You're talking crap. No, you're not going out there. It's not playtime. It's wind down. We've been playing all day. I didn't stream cabin construction. I didn't stream garage stuff, dog. We've been out. We've played. We've had a good day together. We've hung out all day. I live at home. Like, I work from home. You've had all day. I've had a day off. You've had my attention all day. You still want more? You still want to go out there and play more? Insatiable. Well, this should ring a bell. Oh, yeah, from a while back. Yeah. Be a few weeks, right? Hopefully I've remembered that correctly. I do pretty good here. We've just hit over 1,000 subs, so I'm pretty good generally at remembering the people who come in here and chat a lot. The people who visit multiple times for sure. But yeah, I'm realising that if time is our most valuable resource, then exercise and reading must be pretty valuable. That's it, man. Time is the most valuable resource. That's exactly what I talk about here. It's not money. It's right. What we have a limit on is time. What we have a limit on is time to live our lives, right? So, clock's ticking for everyone, and it's what do you want to do with that time? And yeah, that's where I sort of. Oh, that was a big yawn. Kicked my way out of depression that way. Come here, dog. Hey, Heidi. No, you're staying in. No. Oi, you up here. Go lie down. Something so cheeky. So cheeky, dog. But yeah, I mean, that's the reality, man. Is time is ticking, right? And that's where you make that mental shift to, you don't want to play into friends drama and all this drama around you, and politics is chewing up your time and this and that and whatever, and everybody wants to talk about shit you don't care about, right? I've encountered a lot of that. People just like, oh, the fuel prices, all of this, all of that. It's like, man, I couldn't, me caring about it and stressing about it and talking about it isn't going to make it any better, right? So yeah, for me, it's all about taking control of your own life. And hey, no, you're not going to have your piggy. You destroyed Piggy so much the other day that now Piggy toy. Yeah, well, you ripped the squeaker out of Piggy toy within about 10 minutes. I tried to get you a Piggy toy, right? Look, I got you a squeaky Piggy toy, and within 10 minutes you turned it into Piggy turned into. That's all that's left of Piggy, and a little bit of Piggy you were trying to eat, which so no, you can't have your toy pig. Bro, are you in the Arctic? No, I'm in New Zealand. Joe Tart, how are you, man? Push through the pain, that's how you learn. That's exactly it, right? You get out of your head and you just go do the thing. That's all it is. And the way to do that is you tell yourself you're going to spend 5 minutes at the thing you're avoiding. You know, because it doesn't sound so bad, right? I'm going to spend 5 minutes at it, or I'm going to put 10 minutes at this cleaning this thing, or whatever it is I'm really avoiding. And then you'll usually get into that flow. The hardest bit is always starting. And these things sound so damn simple, and I fobbed them off for a long time as being simple statements to personal development and whatever. But they work, man, right? Like, everyone laughs at Jordan Peterson, clean your room. And it's like, well, if you actually do clean that environment, you wake up, like, I've gone from messy rooms to the point of cleaning them up, and I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh, man, like, it gives you a totally different vibe. And you, like, literally you wake up and your brain is jolted by the fact that you're in a clean space. So obviously that is something quite important for people, right? You stay on top of those, because that's the problem with depression and stuff, is if you switch off for a couple of days, you end up in a state where, the problems keep coming in, right? You're still eating, you still got takeaway packets around, you still got food, whatever, right? You're still making mess. There's still things to be dealt with. So you start getting behind on that, and it can feel like just a insurmountable task, right? An unclimbable mountain. Respect from India. Weed doesn't really help, bro. Like alcohol or anything, right? It can, it depends on quantity, right? So a little bit can work, but it just depends on your mental state and where you're at, right? Like, things like that can work, but it's like drinking. Like, you have a really bad day and you go drink a 40-ounce of alcohol to numb your pain, or go out and party, right? It's like doom scrolling and stuff. It's all escaping what you actually need to be facing. It's like, if you wanna enjoy your life more and be less depressed, go confront the snake, go confront the thing that's chasing you, that's keeping you awake at night, the thing that is eating you up. Maybe you've got a friend you should cut a friendship with. Maybe you've got negative family and stuff around you need to get away from. Like, it doesn't mean you can move out the next day or something, but you can go, I want to aim at this thing and I want to do it in this time period. Well, how am I going to get there, right? But that's the thing about life, is it's self-assignment, right? Like, nobody's going to care about as much about you as you can about you. Everyone will doubt you, though. When you go to change and progress, everybody's going to doubt you and tell you can't. Shutting out those voices on top of your own is difficult. Yeah, I have listened to some H.P. Lovecraft audiobook type stuff in the past. Apparently we're young Brits are not allowed to buy a vape in your whole life. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, changing all the systems. But hey, they're doing you a favour there, really. I don't think anybody should smoke or vape. It's, as you see, 20 years later, I've still got the bloody habit. It's slowly killing me, potentially. No, come to bed. No need to. Come here. Might have to let her out in a minute. You're really insisting. I swear, if you're the only one to go out there to play, I'm going to be like, dude, really? You're interrupting a great conversation, you know that? You seem pretty urgent about getting out there. Usually when you're like this, it means you just want to go shenanigans, right? It's a menace. Okay, just woke up. Cool words, bro. Yeah. For me, it's about building a legacy. They say you for twice. You live. They say you live twice. Get up here. They say you live twice. The first time when you pass away, and the last time someone speaks your name. Helps keep me in the fight against mental health. Yeah. I mean, that for me, my mental health after wanting to end my life and trying to and stuff, it actually came full circle when I went. It's not about me, it's about how much it would upset other people. And, like, regardless of what you think or whatever, how mean your family is at times or whatever, people do genuinely care about you, right? They might not always show it, they might not be able to word it, but they do care. And I took it off the table as I went, well, it would hurt other people and I'm not okay with that. Okay. So if that is it, then that other option is off the table. That means I'm seeing life out all the way to the end. I'm going to, no matter what, I keep going. And that's what I keep in my mind, right? No matter what, I will keep going. It's like, okay, well, if that's the game and we're passing through time and we're not going to live that long, and I'm not going to give up, I am going to keep going and see life out till however it ends. What life am I going to live with that, right? And that's when you start to go, okay, well, I'm depressed because I'm in bed. I'm depressed because I'm not keeping on top of this, or I've got these bad people around me, or these old friends that I should be rid of and stuff. And you have to be a bit ruthless in how you take control of your life. But that's how you take control of your life, right? You need to take your own power back, which maybe you've never claimed, right? And people just use you as a doormat and things like that, especially if you're like a people pleaser, right? Your audience is mostly doom scholars. That is correct, sir. That is absolutely correct. Doom scholars. I'm right here to catch them, mate. That's the purpose of the channel. You're onto it. You caught me. You caught me trying to help people who are doom scrolling, looking for comfort and feeling guilty about shit they should be doing, but they're scrolling through lives and said, "You've caught me, man. You caught me doing my mission." Because it's what I used to do. That's why I'm here, bro. Get up here, dog. No, get up here. It's enough from you. Go lie down. Stay there. Go lie down. So that's exactly it. You want my dog? Yeah, everybody does. Everybody does, mate. Well, it took me a long time to took me 20 years to be able to be in a position to have the dog I wanted. Things take time. Took 20 years and a lot of bad relationships to find the partner I'm with now, right? Something different. When I found you, I was doom scrolling. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. It's you're seeking comfort, right, through scrolling and whatever. It's like, so I'm here to talk to people about, what are you avoiding? What is it that would actually mean you stop doom scrolling and start respecting your time? Like for me, I've done so much streaming this week. I do a morning workout and then I've been cladding my house, right? I'm building my own house here, which is why I'm in a caravan for now, right? And it just comes down to I'm not doom scrolling because I'm busy with stuff, right? And I'm feeling obviously a lot better from it and all that, right? I'm just going to ditch the hottie. It's getting a bit warm in here. I'm just going to let this dog out real quick. Will you come with me? We'll go on adventure. You stay there, Zed boy. You stay there, one at a time. You stay in. You stay in, bud. And we're just going to take her out. All right, little miss. Where's she gone? You going to go toilet? What were you whining at me about? What do you want? Toilet. Go on. No, we're not out here to play. Exactly. You've gone straight for the lump of clay you want to play with. No, toilet. No, we've done so much of that today, dog. Hello, Sweden. Good morning, Sweden. How are we? So as you can see, it's a bit of chaos getting my cabin built here. There's rain apparently coming from 2 a.m. to... There's rain from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. apparently. So we cabin... What are we doing, dog? You want me to throw this again, really? I'll throw it a couple of times, but this is getting a bit ridiculous. You've had a lot of playtime today. Oh, didn't quite make the flip, eh? But yeah, I need to obviously clean the cladding. It's just cheap use cladding. I'm just building this cheap, very, very cheap cabin. Myself, figuring it out as I go. I don't know how to build a cabin, so basically 3 years ago, I ended the relationship I was in. I was an alcoholic. I was in a bad way. The business I was doing basically collapsed. I couldn't afford to keep the buildings going, so I had to shut that down. So caravan, this was a sheep paddock. So in the last 3 years, I could have done it a lot quicker if, I'm flawed as well, right? We've got a new garage, 6-car garage. Got my dream truck, got my dream bike, building the house, it's not to gloat or anything, and nothing like that. I'm still a massive screw up, right? But just trying to build that together day by day, right? And try and inspire people to just go after what you want, right? This is the life I always wanted. I know it's not for everyone, but... Are you done now, puppy? Can we go inside? Oh man, end of the relationship. She just wanted to siphon everything from the business. She wanted to siphon it dry, but I won't go too far into that. But basically, the economy collapsing after COVID and all that as well, with me working on restoring cars and stuff, the whole market just went away overnight, right? So basically, I found myself with 18 cars and no money to pay for the lease on the building. So yeah, hence built a garage and all that. Come on, pup, in. Yeah, it's not playtime. Come on, bed. It's getting a bit late for all that, dog. Good girl. Your bed. That's a good girl. You stay on your bed now, alright? we'll pull the blankets up because I'll give it about 2 minutes before she jumps back on my bed. Hang on, guys. As I say, I just stream reality here, the reality of life. I don't put on an act. I don't do any garbage here. I'm just me. I'm just me. And I think that's going to be valued on here. And for me, the value is, I want to help people. So, sorry, I will catch up on the chat. Thank you for sharing your dog. Much appreciated. ADHD or a product of environment? Well, for me, it's definitely ADHD. Katie, hi Katie. Ice Wallow, how are you? Oh, okay, hang on. Ice Wallow. I'm glad I said Ice Wallow and I didn't say the rest of that name. I see. That's an interesting name you got there. You nearly got me on that one. Here I was. See, look, I come on here. I've had a long day, been a bit of a stressful day. Got a lot on my mind. I thought, no, I'll still show up and serve on YouTube, right? I want to try and help anybody with depression or lack of motivation or meaning or purpose, or they got bad family problems, whatever, right? And just people just try and do me dirty, man. I try to be the good guy. I try to be the nice guy for everybody, for the people. I try to come for the people. Then everybody wants to make trouble. Eh? No, not everybody. Just one. There's always one, isn't there? Hey, from a goat raider in USA. Oh, yes, Katie. Yeah, the raid was amazing. You guys were incredible people. I love it. How's everybody going? Hey, bro, how am I doing? I'm going okay. It's been I've sort of taken a bit of a mental health day, to be honest. I did my workout stream this morning. I was going to do some cabin build stuff at that, but I've just been stressing over that and live streaming it all. I'm working so hard at things lately and all the editing I'm doing and stuff, let alone all the other stuff outside of YouTube commitments. Yeah, I'm just took a bit of a chill day today. Went for a motorbike ride. Went to the supermarket, got a couple of drinks I like, and went for a little blast on the motorbike, and sort of leveled me out a bit. But I did do a stream at the beach as well, because I've been there about 15 minutes or so, and I went, oh, people want to see this. I better go live. So it's on my live tab from the beach I went to. Just took the motorbike out there. It's only half-hour stream or something, I think. But yeah. We're just here to have a chat, and if anybody needs any help, but beyond that, right, I'm here to have a positive chat as well. But yeah, if anybody is struggling with mental health, that is the main reason I'm here, right? But beyond that, we just keep the chat positive. Yeah, we don't do politics. You can be whatever religion you want, right? But I just don't want arguments between people. We're all here to help each other, however, right? But we don't need to be battling it all out. So yeah, just keep it respectful, is all I say to everyone. That's usually not really a problem, right? No need to stress, fellow, and get yourself in cold rub with ice. Great for you also. I mean, like a cold bath or something? Yeah, I don't have any. You don't really have anything like that. I don't have a bath or anything. I will permit one quick SpongeBob question. Did you want me to sing the theme song? I am ADHD and autistic, man. We can go there. I can completely recite the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song if I must, but it better get me some subscribers, man. You're trying to steer me towards. I can see it steering into brain rot, and I just can't. You dig it? Do you like questions? I do like questions. That is what I'm here for. I come on here to help anybody struggling with depression or anything like that, right? Because it's something I've struggled with a lot. I've been learning a lot in the self-improvement space for years and applying it and trying, learned a lot that's really helped me. So I just want to pass it on to other people and try to help where I can. Do you think we've all been indoctrinated? Well, yeah, we're all trained by a system. Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. It's the people who are most aware of the political system and stuff. The people who are most disgusted by the evils of the world, right? I'm not saying any of these things are okay, all the wars, all the horrific things, we don't need to go there, right? We know what they are. But focusing on that when it's so far beyond our control is the way you lose. You become more of a slave to the system because it's just all a big show in front of you, and you're going to put your attention at that instead of your own life, your own family, right? What you actually wanted to achieve in your life. That's the great distraction, man. How do you control a population? How do you control a population of hundreds of millions of people in a nation or 1 billion people in a nation? How do you control that population? you keep them fighting with each other so they can never unite and work together. You divide them as much as possible. And that's what we have. We have a handheld device that pushes division, pushes argument, and pushes outrage of everything that goes on in the world and what happens on an island and this and that. Yeah, fair. They push all that narrative, and the people who are the most aware of it and the most against it are the ones who fall for it the worst. They go out, they protest, they try to change it, they argue online all day going, this is horrible. It is, but focusing on it isn't going to fix it. You're not going to have any impact on it. So the way... Can you stop scratching, please, dog? The conclusion I came to about 20 years ago was there's no point me being worried about this stuff or having an interest in it, because if I dedicate my life from today, if I shut down this YouTube channel today or whatever, right, and I dedicate my life, I'm going to change this one evil thing in the world, this evil corporation, whatever's happening, right? If I dedicate my life from today and I build a movement and I this and I that and I see that out, amazing. It's still going to have no impact. It'll just be done maybe a little later or something, right? Or they just wipe you out or something, right? So again, we come back to like what actually matters is your own friends, your own family, right? Like nobody's on deathbed going, oh man, I wish I got that Ferrari. I wish I'd gone on holiday, right? What they want is their loved ones. What they wish is they'd seen the people they cared about another time or something, right? It's not what you achieved or the experiences like going tramping or something. It's who are you with? What did you build? How did you spend your time on Earth, right? Yeah, the fear feeds into division. So that's what my channel's about, is taking control of your own life, essentially. And yeah, putting the focus onto you and making sure you're looking after you. Then you can serve other people. Then you can help other people. But you need to get your own house in order before you're going to judge the world in that way. You have to, if you can't take charge of your own life, how are you going to change the world, right? So this is what I mean, is it's just a constant bombardment through social media or whatever that is stealing everybody's time. Which is why you've all scrolled onto me, right? Let's do a quick poll. There's 10 people here. Who wants to put their hand up that their dishes aren't done? The bed's sort of made. Was there stuff you're meant to be doing tonight that you're avoiding? And you're just scrolling through, comfort. Somebody pissed you off earlier today. There's too much going on. Am I warm? It's just you get into the habit of I just scroll at night and whatever, right? It's gone very quiet in here, hasn't it? As I say, I'm guilty of all the same shit, right? I'm trying to work through it, right? But it's things to keep in mind, and that's why I talk about it, right? Your daughter did the dishes. See, that's good. That's it. See, look, hear that. Having kids can pay off sometimes. There you go. You got your dishes done out of it. I don't know if I'd say that's a really good return on investment, but it's a perk, right? It's a bonus. It's something to celebrate. You say that proudly. It's good. One less thing for you to do. There you go. I love it. We do keep it fun. I'm your favourite Kiwi man. I don't know if that's a compliment. Am I the only Kiwi man you know, or do you know a lot of them? For me to be the favourite, like I want to know, like how long is that list? How many Kiwis do you know? I mean, I don't know if I should feel flattered or just like I'm representing a nation. The one and only. Well, we're all the one and only, mate. We were all the fastest little fishy. We were all the fastest sperm out of millions. That's how you know you make the most out of life. I talk about this. It's a bit icky. But you were the fastest sperm, right? There were millions went in that day, and you were the fastest one. You're the one who gets to have the experience of life. All the others missed out. You are you having the experience of life. You could have been any of millions of other people, essentially, if you were a different little sperm. So there you go. Something to think about. And that's just on the day you conceived. That was just that one load that went off, Something to think about. Just I'll let that marinate in your minds for a moment. We got a couple of likes for that one. I think we resonated there. Getting ready before school, eating breakfast. Beautiful, yeah, mate. Get some brekkie in you. Make you big and strong. Make sure you finish your milk. I remember when I was 13, I visited Australia with my mum, and I had an uncle over there. And he used to go off at me every day because I wouldn't finish my milk, whereas at home it was never a problem. When I was over there, I still remember at 13, my uncle being like, you finish your milk, that stuff ain't cheap, don't waste food. All right, oh yes, uncle, sorry. Interesting thought. It is a very interesting thought there, Katie. It's, yeah, on the day you were conceived, you were the fastest little fish. So you get to go on the journey of life. So it's good to be grateful for that every day. That, one of the other sperm could have beat you, and you wouldn't be you. So there you go. There you go. So I try to be thought-provoking here, right? I'm just genuine and, like, as I say, I just raw dog being me on here. I'm like really autistic and ADHD. I always tried to fit in my whole life with people. Everyone's like, oh, you need to talk less, you need to this, you need to that, you need to... I just felt like stifled, like a conversation between people, and it's like, take your turn pacing around and all this. Yeah, and it's just like, dude, like, people would talk at me for 10 minutes of stuff, and I'm just like, dude, like, I already knew this whole conversation and exactly what was going to occur in it within 5 seconds of you starting talking. I would just didn't need it. What's up, King? Oh, mate, I'm doing good. Hassan, how about yourself, mate? Oh, I'll check the time. Let's have a time check. That's the important question, is it? It is 6 p.m., 6:13 p.m. on Thursday here in New Zealand. So I do live in the future. So I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell you I do live in the future. So something in that. Oh dear, Scooby. I don't know what to make of that comment, Scoob. Don't know on that one, mate. How are you getting on, Scooby? You keeping up your push-ups, mate? We've got a few people here who I do push-ups on here daily. We've got some people who are trying to, so I do the push-ups on here each morning for mental health, right? It's to create dopamine for my ADHD, or I can't regulate my emotions, right? My anger and stuff. So it's very important for me to do. What's it like to live ahead of you on time? A bit stressful. Yeah. It's a bit stressful with the alien invasion and all, and yeah. You'll find out tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Autistic over door with Asperger's. Yeah. That's exactly where I'm at on the Asperger's, the autism spectrum. Sorry, I'm Asperger's. I got diagnosed when I was like 14, 15. After years of them putting me on the wrong meds in school. Like, I was in a special ed class at school. They had me on all kinds of meds. Like, I got put in a back classroom where it was me, one other guy, and a teacher. It was sort of sandwiched between two classrooms. It's meant to be like a supply room office for the teachers, right? And they shoved me in a little desk in there after the wrong meds had me in like the fetal position crying, which isn't a good look in school. When you're like 14 years old, they put you on the wrong meds, and within an hour of class, you're under the desk in a ball, bawling your eyes out. Everyone's like, "What's wrong?" And you're like, "I don't know." Doesn't really make you popular with the ladies. It does have a bit of a social impact on your cool level in school. But hey, I'm doing all right these days. They always told me I wouldn't drive, I wouldn't be able to live alone or look after myself or anything, and here I am building my own house. So screw them, and they tried to label me. That's what label makers are for. Not people. You don't label people. Label makers label people. You just... Hi, my name is... Shame? Shame? What's the shame about? Sorry, I've got auto translation on there. Let's just make sure. Because sometimes things translate funny. Do you want to say that comment again? The meme hive. Because it got translated to shame. So I've turned the translation off to make sure that it is correct. I don't want to... jump to any conclusions there, sir. I hope you're being respectful. Turkey, Hassan? Yeah. 9 in the morning in Turkey. Is it a beautiful day in Turkey? That's what we want to know. So, yeah, I went out for a motorbike ride today. Beautiful, clear, blue sky, like that. So I'm on my live tab on the channel. If you check the live tab, so I went to the beach today. It's nothing but blue sky the entire way. But the weather report says 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. it's going to be like torrential, horrific rain, and there's there is a red weather warning, apparently. So there you go, there's some excitement for our evening. We're taking a bit of a day off work today for once. I'm always doing stuff all day, every day, so. It's pronounced the meme hive. Okay. Well, it's called a meme, bro. Oh, I can't. Yeah, it's night here. G'day, Jacob. What do I ride? ZX14. ZX14 Kawasaki. Not for the road anyway. I have a CBR 1000 for the track. It was just day. Yes, it was, Jacob. So I went to the beach in the daytime. That was about 3 p.m. What are you doing with your time, Jacob? Has your whole day vanished under you? Because I streamed at about 3 p.m. is when I was at the beach with the blue sky, and it was daytime. And now it's 6:20 p.m. So yes, it's dark. It's nighttime. Correct. It's been nearly 3.5 hours, Jacob. You're kind of trolling me a bit earlier, Jacob. That's why we're questioning Jacob in this way. He was kind of trolling me a bit at the beach and ruining me good beach vibe a little, trying to anyway. So the time's been flying by for you, eh, Jacob? How can we help you, mate? No. I know it's not. Well, I understand the confusion. Oh, YZ250, nice, man. Yeah, I've been looking at getting a little dirt bike or something. I need to hit up some mates around here with some farmland and be like, can I ride it? If I get one, can I ride it in your paddock? But paddocks are pretty crap to ride in, man, to be honest. But no, I just popped on for a chat. I've sort of had a long-ass day, to be honest. Like, I took a day off, but it's just been I'm just stressed about a bunch of stuff. I'm thinking about my own future and, where I'm heading and what my intentions are and, how I serve people better on the channel and what kind of shorts, I'm always trying to be better, right? I'm always pushing myself. Maybe a bit hard sometimes, still. Maybe a bit hard. Are many spiders in Australia? I imagine so. I'm not in Australia, though. I'm in New Zealand. New Zealand, not Sydney. I'm not Sydney, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. No, I'm in New Zealand. It's a different country. Why do I have to explain this every day? Ugh. Everyone's like, have you punched a kangaroo? I'm like, there's no kangaroos. I'm going to need to see the doctors, mate. I can't see when my eyes are closed. Oh, that's no good. SMD. Yeah, my eyes been feeling a bit funny. There's something in my eye at the moment. SMD, there's something in my eye at the moment. It's right about there. Oh, look, it's a finger. Mm. Have you ever been to Australia? Yeah. When I was 13, I went to Gosford in Sydney, and then we went on a car up to the Gold Coast, did Movie World and all that. That's the only time I've been overseas. You have Kiwi cousins? So do I. That's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's quite funny. Through the internet, you meet people from like I've met like expat Kiwis who are living in the Philippines or something, and then they've got family in the South Island still, and there's all kinds of people going on their path in life, right? G'day, Hillbilly John. How are you, mate? But yeah, we're pretty much just here to just talk about how you're going at the moment, right? If anybody needs help with mental health or has an issue with motivation or something, right, or discipline or whatever, we can talk about it if you need help. Beyond that, it's just, talk how your day's going and if you have any good news or something, right? Australia's New Zealand's brother, that is true. So it's a brotherly love situation. That's why New Zealanders and Australians will often give each other, a bit of playful, wind each other up, give each other some crap. Yeah, that's it, mate. You bang on. You're on the other side of the planet. That's why I love this about the internet. That's the thing is people complain about their lives now, right? You're living in the easiest time to be alive ever. All the information of the world is in your hand to do anything, to learn any trade, to learn how to do anything yourself. It's all available, and especially with AI, you don't even have to dig around all over the internet. You go, I want to build a picnic table. You don't have to go find the website where the best picnic table builders and plans or whatever. You just can go to AI and go, I want da 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 da, and it goes. You don't have to spend hours researching stuff like car stuff, right? You used to have to dig around old car and motorbike forums for hours on Google finding the information. Now, something that used to take me 5 hours to research, I can go da 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 and have an answer in 2 minutes, right? So, like, if you want to use your phone for to progress your life and make money and stuff and solve things, you can do that. You can also use your phone to argue with people on the internet about Donald Trump and this and that and fuel price and whatever, and lose all your time staring at things totally beyond your control, right? So it's all about what you want to do with the tool that's available. Like if you've got a smartphone, the internet, a roof over your head, and food in your stomach, you're doing better than about 3 billion people on the planet. Like 3 billion people on the planet still don't have the internet. They live in mud huts and shit, right? You don't have problems, right? You got to right size your problems. It's very important to right size your problems. I saw somebody on a chat today complaining. They were saying, "Oh, I went to a vending machine and I wanted I wanted a juice or something, and it spat out a creaming soda." And they're like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh man, what a rough day." You gotta realize how good you got it. Like 100 years ago, a hot shower wasn't a thing. Even like 60 years ago, hot showers weren't a thing. Like you'd have to go to a lot of effort to get a hot shower going, right? You'd go in a bathtub. 60 years ago, there weren't really hot showers weren't really around a lot of places. Yeah, everything's accessible, so we've got access to everything, so it becomes normal, right? It's like you grow into your wage, right? Like think about your first job you ever had, the money you made there, and then the money you make now and whatever, but your lifestyle chews up that money, right? So you grow into your wage, you buy better food, whatever, all the things that were like a sacrifice to you when you didn't buy the foods you want, you didn't go out and eat so much or whatever, right? And as you get more successful, more money, all you do is really, if you don't monitor it and take control of it, all you're going to do is spend more money. Yeah, the quality of your life's going to increase a bit, but where are you going long term? What's the ambition? What's the plan, mate? What's the plan, Lee Stanley? I've always liked that statement. Brad Raven's been reminding me that. He says it occasionally. What's the plan, Lee Stanley? Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't think he'd heard from Stanley for a while. Yeah. Anyway, something else to think about. Something else in the mind. They should connect a bridge from Australia to New Zealand. Mate, that would not be worth it. I admire your enthusiasm, though. You're ambitious. You've got some creative ideas in there, but I just think we need to direct them, Jacob. With you, Jacob, I think we need to direct your creativity in the right direction, into something useful. That's actually a return on your investment of time. Like, if you're going to spend time at something, it should be returning to you. Like, sometimes there's leisure, right, and fun, whatever. It's got to return to you in some ways. So, playing video games for a couple of hours a week or something, right? It's leisure. It's, you can't just be working and doing stuff all the time, right? Fine. But when it gets excess, it's a problem, right? It's the same with, you put time into, as I say, you talk about politics online with people on some Facebook post and you argue back and forth or something. And in the end, what happens? It's just a total loss of time. Then you keep getting notifications and stuff telling you about the stuff. And it's just like, you see, you can lose so much time to this. And then I get notifications of stuff I commented on a month ago. I don't generally comment on much stuff. But I'll get a notification on something I commented on 2 months ago. And someone's like, "Oh, I can't believe you said this." And I'm just like, "Oh, and you drag back into some irrelevant conversation. And that's usually a really good reminder of I got to make sure I'm not commenting on anything and engaging with anything on reels and shit like that, right? Central Maine, 60 years old, no services in some areas. Yep, that's it. Yep. I think that's what social media has really done, is it shows the best of people's lives. Like, I've even had some of my own friends think that I'm like going to the beach every day. Like, they looked at my Instagram and YouTube content and they're like, "Oh, you're not working that hard, bro. You've been to the beach like 3 times this month." It's like, dude, I was using video footage from the same day to produce content. And I'm dripping it out. But people think that, "Oh, I'm just out He said I was gallivanting around on my motorbike and living a life of leisure." It's like, bro, we've been to the beach once in 8 months because we've been so busy with everything else and whatever, right? But people are going to perceive that what they want to perceive. So when you see somebody else on social media and they've got the mansion or whatever, your dream life, it's like, you're already living a dream life to most people. We just don't appreciate it because we're used to it. I farted? No, I didn't, but I have done that on live before. I wondered when it would happen. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, last week. So if you dig through all my past streams, you'll be able to find a bit where I did actually accidentally fart on stream. I am a human being. I'm literally the most real, raw, YouTuber you're going to find here. I don't put on an act or nothing. So, if that's the kind of content you want, if you want to watch a real, actual person, not somebody on here just talking whatever they think you want to hear, here we are. No. That's a good thing. What does a serial killer look like? They take all shapes and forms. No. Lives in a van down by the river. If you want to assume that, you can assume that, mate. I'm obviously new to the channel and haven't watched any of my other content. Which is usually how it is, right? I'm on live here, you're scrolling. Like, that's the way people find my channel, is doom scrolling through the vertical live feed, because you're avoiding something you're meant to be doing. Aren't you? What are you avoiding, right? What are you all avoiding? Why are you here? Why have you scrolled onto me, eh? Nothing else to do, no big aims in life, no projects to work on, nothing, right? You're just looking to rot your brains, eh? Eh? Could be. No, I value time. I value time, not money. It begs the question, though, whose turd? What if it's my own? If it's my own for $1 million, yeah, I'd do it, and then I'd donate it to charity. How about that? There's your answer. Couldn't be that bad. Oh dear. Apparently I look like Abraham Lincoln. Apparently I look like Khabib. Apparently when I've shaved my beard I look like one of the Jonas Brothers. Apparently I look like half the planet of famous people. Why do I look stoned? Because I'm tired and stoned. Does that answer your question? It's my evening, mate. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling. You're very judgmental, Jacob. Is this your thing, Jacob? Is you go onto channels and just judge people and just make assumptions and just throw shit? Why would you spend your time doing that? Why? It seems like a waste of your time. I look homeless. Thank you very much. It's actually derelict is the look I was going for. Derelict from Zoolander. Yeah, derelict. You look like the whole world. I do. Maybe I'm Jesus. Maybe I could be. How would I know? Maybe I'm the return of. Who would know, man? You never know. I'm avoiding sleep and a temptation to hit the coffee machine in lieu of a pillow. I wouldn't suggest that. The half-life of caffeine is 7 hours, so I'll avoid caffeine 7 hours before bed. Jacob, why do your questions just keep getting stupider? Oh, I hope we'd turn you around there, Jacob. I just gotta get some water for the dog. But Jacob, I hope I'd hope you'd warm up and get some of the message I've been saying, bro. You've been in here for like 2 hours of streams today, total, right? You've got all the message about valuing time and not wasting your life and all that, right? And still, you won't change at all. And it's just a classic case of, like, it's kind of roulette when I go on live, right, as to who finds me. And most people are not, they're not on YouTube live right now doom scrolling because they want to be confronted by me going, hey, let's change your life. Let's actually make your life better. People are like, we don't want that. I came here to rot my brain. So, like, I understand the problem, man. Like, I understand, like, I'll get anywhere 300 to 2,000 views a day on a stream, and I'll get maybe 0 subs, or I might get 25. It just depends where people are at on that day, and if people want the message, or if they want to scroll on and watch somebody put rubber bands on a watermelon and do the same tomorrow and still feel just as guilty about their path and shit next week. So, like, I can't help any. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Hello, darling. You gonna come here? Come here. Hello. Yes, I love you too. Ah, that's a bit intimate. It's a bit intimate. Can we just settle that down a little? Can we just dial it down, like, just a little? You can come here. You lie here. Sit here or something. You sit. You sit. Can we sit? Can you lie down? Can I have a little space here? What do you reckon? You back up. Go lie down. Yeah, back up. You raggedy mutt. All right, Jacob. We've given you enough attention, bud. Goodbye. Permanent ban. I don't do timeouts and stuff, bro. I warn, and that's it, mate. Sorry, bud. But Jacob, do feel free, man. If you decide to change your mind after a bit of reflection, make a new YouTube account. Come back with a fresh attitude, man. Come here, dog. No, we're not going out there. I already took you out. Come here. Here. Hey, up here. Heidi, get up here. Come lie down. She's on heat, so her brain's very spazzy. Here. Hey, come lie down. Hey. Miss Sniffles, lie down. You're not listening. Lie down and stay there. You need to stop all this mayhem, dog. Tapper. Yep. It's old Simpsons, right? Little Vicky's school, little Vicky's dancing school. And Lisa says, I think I need a bit more advice. And tapper, tapper, tapper. Little girl, when I was your age, I would have killed for tapper, tapper, tapper. I remember. I'm cultured. I've been around since the early days of the internet. I watched all Simpsons. I was born in 1987, right? So I've had that real window through time. Like I grew up with cassette tapes and vinyl records. Then it went to CDs and stuff when I was 12 years old, right? The CDs I owned were the Marshall Mathers LP. I had Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, and the hot dog flavoured water. PlayStation 1, Gran Turismo, all those kind of things. Hey, come here, that's enough from you. I just put water in there. You're talking shit. Get up here, go lie down. Go lie down. You're a menace. Yeah, we had to send Jacob away. Jacob wasn't quite ready for the conversations we have here, right? I'm here. I give my time to help people, right? Like we have a joke around sometimes. We just try and have a positive conversation. But the whole idea of me giving my time here and being on here is to help people with depression and stuff, right? Help people improve their lives. That's what I do here. So it is always appreciated if people are respectful. You go lie down. Stop. You can be right here with me, but you need to lie down and you need to stay here. You need to stay. Like you're 3 years old and you're acting like a sick. No, you're stubborn. You're acting like a 6-month-old puppy. You lay there. Stay there. Sorry, guys. Dealing with a German Shepherd at the same time. Your youngest was born 87. There we go. Yep, I'm turning 39 next month. I'm getting old, chat. I'm getting old. I'm ancient for a motorcyclist. I've been riding motorcycles since I was about 15. So, there we go. Nearly 40 years old, and I've, ride on the street and track and that. I'm still going. I must be all right on one. I must be all right on a bike. Her too next month. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not just because it's YouTube, I'm not going to say when next month. We're not going to have a birthday celebration or something. It's sometime next month. At the end of next month, I'll just say I'm 39. Keep some secrets. Stop whining, dog. You're interrupting the show. You are. You're interrupting. What are you whining about? Are you whining that you've got a warm bed? You've got a warm bed. You've got a nice home. You've got all these complaints, eh, dog? All these complaints. Yeah, Jacob's gone at this point, so you get up here and come lie down. Stay there. I'm busy. I'm talking to the people. There's 11 people. They come to talk to me. They don't need to hear you whining. Alright, we're good. Stop it. Get on your bed. No, that's enough. Get on your bed. Go lie down. Go have a sleep. Stop whining at me all the time. Jacob is still here in spirit. I have a feeling Joshua might be Jacob's alternate account. I'm pretty perceptive, bro. I'm autistic and ADHD. I'm pretty onto it with pattern recognition and reading how people type out sentences and things like that. Reading patterns. So just saying, bro. I'm not stupid, right? Legally, I'm retarded, but I'm not stupid. Yeah, everyone likes the dog. I think that's what everybody subscribes for, is to see Heidi, and yep. I think I'm just take a back seat on this channel, frankly. It's just how it goes. It's all right. I've made peace with it. You've got to make peace with things sometimes. That everybody just likes the dog on the channel, and oh well. Okay, Joshua. Bye. We're not playing any silly games, guys. As I say, I'm here to help people. I nearly ended my life a couple of years ago. Severe depression, alcoholism and stuff, right? I've come out of all of that, learned all about self-improvement, and I come on here to try and help people understand themselves better and make little small changes and stuff, right? Not big pressure or anything, right? That's what I come on here for. I don't come on here to just talk bullshit with trolls and stuff, right? Because otherwise I could just be down the garage working on my car. I can go do other shit. I have plenty on in my life to do, right? I come here You know, so we do try to stay on topic. You know, please do not steal from the people who need help. We can have a positive conversation about whatever, but I'm not here to, sit on here for hours just talking rubbish. Oh, yeah, I'm only joking. I'm only joking around about that, Diana. Yeah. I'm only kidding. Just a bit of self-deprecating humour there. Oh, Marlon. Bye, Marlon. Amazing, I found purpose. Yeah, thank you, Mama Skittles. That's it. I just literally, the reason I'm on YouTube is from depression and literally being right here in this bed. I've tried to end my life, right? So coming out of that and through that is I want to be able to serve other people. And yeah, that's where my purpose is. That's a sense of purpose is always found outside of yourself, right? And serving others in some way. So that's what I'm here to do. Try and help anyone I can, right? Because when I was really depressed and that, I went through the YouTube lives, and all it was people putting rubber bands on watermelons, people going like and sub, oh, all this bullshit with LED lights everywhere, and it's all this big show. And I'm like, well, where's the fucking sorry to swear so much? Where are the real people? Where are the actual people like trying to help people with mental health and stuff? I've found some since, right? I found people like Men of Action, Depression Talks, other channels like that. Gravity Core Fitness. There's a few. Slow it down. I don't understand. Bit difficult. ADHD. This is me slowing it down, frankly. Every time I'm on here, the only thing that's not fully real about me when I'm on YouTube is I'm trying to slow it down because my brain runs at a million miles an hour. So I do try to do my best, guys. But sometimes I get into a topic and I'm... it's just how it goes. Always happiest when helping others. That's it, right? That's why what matters is time and people, right? We're all on the same rock spinning, right? I think it's not hard to just be kind to other people and try and head in a positive direction in life, despite the world constantly trying to distract us and take us away from that, and constantly trying to make us all fight with each other. Yeah. In Mortal Kombat, I was never any good at Mortal Kombat, man. I was never any good at Mortal Kombat. But no, I don't have any consoles to play online with, man. I used to have a Xbox One. I was one of the top Forza players. Not that it matters. On Xbox. And then I wondered what I could do in the real world. So I got rid of my Xbox One by putting an axe through it because it was ruining my life. So I decided rather than list it up for sale and then change my mind, I'll just pop an axe through the thing, and that solved that problem. And these days I have myself a little PlayStation 2, which I use maybe a couple hours a month, and do some racing with my partner on there. And yeah. So the thing for me with video gaming was, I'd get online, I'd try to limit it, right? And I really struggled to limit my use of video games. And I had to change that, right? It sucks, but, you've got to understand where you let yourself down. And sometimes... like, everybody thought, oh, you're crazy. You put an X through your Xbox, blah, 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 blah. You could have got some money for that. And I'm like, yeah, but when I put an X through that thing, the amount of productivity I got for the next few days after that of focusing on my life made far more money than the console would have sold for. And it was far better than me changing my mind a day or two later, I calmed down or something. So, no manners. Being kind has become a liability amongst a growing group. No manners. Yeah, it's become, since the lockdowns, it's become very much that way. Especially with the economy going the way it has, right? So as the economy tightens, everybody starts to try and screw everybody. Not because they want to, but because they're trying to protect themselves. So I've encountered this since the lockdowns and the economy went bad and the car prices tanked and all that. People are trying to get good money for their cars, but they're just hiding problems like you wouldn't believe. So as a car mechanic, the amount of cars my mates are going to buy a car. Heidi, shush. My mates are going to buy a car and they ask me to crawl under it and look at it. And the person's like, oh, just get this and everything's great with it. And yeah, you'll find a massive amount of problems when you can find, I forgot to mention that, like it's stuff they clearly know about. But yeah, people are not everybody, right? But there's definitely a lot more of it, right? It's self-preservation, man. People are living in fear. They're stressed. They're trying to survive. They're a guy's selling his car and he's got to be, accountable to his missus that, well, we need this much money out of it or whatever's going on, right? So, but it doesn't mean we have to be part of it. That's the thing, is the whole point of this channel is to bring together decent people who are aiming in the right direction in life, who want to build a good life, right? And the trolls and stuff, we ban them out. The people who want to argue and all that, oh well, they've got no place here. And that's fine, right? So, you know, this is for a channel for people who are trying to make their life better. They're not trying to bring other people down, right? And if you have any problems with mental health or anything, depression, and you're struggling to be motivated or anything, that is what I love to talk about more than anything. Because that's all the stuff I struggle with, right? What was my workout today? I just did 100 push-ups today. Just 100. Usually it would be, it was meant to be 300, but today I just decided, I cut it back for once and decided to take the rest of the day more chill. Went for a motorbike ride and stuff, so that kind of, riding the motorbike hard kind of gives you a bit of a, okay, we'll just give an instant ban to this little person here. Goodbye, mate. Good luck with that. Good luck with your focus on politics, man. You have one lifetime on this earth. If you want to waste your time going into random chats, you know, I'm a New Zealander with 1,100 subscribers, man. If you care so much about that issue and your only impact is to come into my chat and just be like, Trump, this and that and whatever, if that's all you can do, it's kind of a waste of your time, man. I'd suggest working on your own life, which is what we do here. So do feel free to come back. If that resonates with you, do feel free to make a new account, come back, and be respectful. Yes, I have ADHD and Asperger's syndrome. But yeah, 100 push-ups today, 300 push-ups yesterday, 200 the day before that, 100 push-ups the day before that, and the day before that was 1,000 push-ups. So we celebrated 1,000 subs about 4 days ago. I've done that. We've done that in 2 months, right? So a lot of people are resonating. We get a great chat going. I'm on here between usually 3 to 8 hours a day, just depending on what's going on, right? Asperger's syndrome. So it's on the autism spectrum type of high functioning autism, essentially. Pattern recognition, need routine, da 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 da. Then the ADHD needs like novelty. Yeah, it's a fun little brain to be in. Heidi, can you stop whining at me, please? Do you want to come lie down here? If you want attention, come here. Do you want attention? Come here. Up. Come up here. Come lie down instead of whining at me. Come here. Come lie down quietly. Come here. All the way. No, that's right. Here. Here. Take your spot. Lie down. Stay there. Stop you grumbling at me. Can you just stay there? After like 20 times of the sofa, can you just stay? That's a good girl. Thank you. Thank you. Just chill. Just calm down. I'm right here. We're having a moment. There's nobody here. She does this only when I'm live, right? Because she thinks I'm like talking to someone, I guess. What up, dog? Yeah. What's up, dog? Up, dog. What's up, dog? A good girl. Here's scratches. It's nice, eh? You like that? The claw. The claw. Good morning, Shani. How are you, mate? Good to see you. 100 is impressive. Good stuff. I do 25 before bed each day. Oh, thank you, Colin. Yeah, well, you're welcome to join my streams, mate. I do make them public as well. But yeah, my usual push-ups, I try and hit 300 a day these days. That's just my usual morning workout. Sometimes it'll be like 200 or something. And I'll do some weighted squats or something. Why are you whining at me? There is water in the bowl. I just filled up the bowl with water. Why are you looking at the bowl, crying at me? Do you want food? One moment. Give me 20, 30 seconds. Hang on. You need food. Is that what all this whining is about? You want... Right. Early, you know that? Well, you're early. It's not my schedule. No, this is you changing the schedule. This ain't me. There you go. You're lucky dogs. You know you're lucky dogs because anybody else, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Anybody else whines at me, they don't get their way. I just go, nah, stop whining at me. But the dogs whine at me. It's all right, fine. Subscribe. Thank you, Mama Skittles. Much appreciated. Yeah, the channel's been growing like crazy, and yeah, a lot of people ask me to... Here's a funny thing. It's the only time I mention it. Here's a funny thing. I had a lot of people over the last couple of months, regulars, be like, get monetized, man. Like, get a way that we can donate to you. We really want to donate to you. And I put it up in the channel description the other day. I've done a buy me a coffee thing or something. And then I made a post about it, and like 10 people liked it, but nobody donated. Unknown did, and Sean on the bread. Yeah, so I've got enough money for lunch tomorrow. But yeah, everybody asked me to do it. And then I go, I've done it. But anyway, as I say, like the only reason of monetizing YouTube is to help pay for equipment. No, that's my only interest in it. The people said they really want to donate. I was never going to monetize it at all. I just want to help people. But in saying that, I have to keep upgrading phone and stuff, right? I have to buy a PC to do better editing on, all this kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to feed it back into with that situation. Just so everybody knows, it's in the channel description if anybody ever wants to contribute. And I'm just going to feed it straight into the channel. I just bought a new phone. I want to get a tablet next so I can have just edit more effectively and stuff. So I'm going to get a tablet and I don't even own a TV. Like, you want to see my TV, man? My TV. Here's my TV. And my PlayStation 2. Don't be stealing your sister's food, dog. Alright, you finished? Come up here now. Come lie down. Come here. Come here. All the way. Come around. Here. Here. Dum-dum. Hey, big ears. Come here. Leave your brother alone. Come here. You come into your spot. You gonna turn around? No. Wait. Here. Come lie down. Come lie down. Oh my gosh. What is up with you today? Right, fine. Sit there. Look, can you stay there? I'll do this. Like, we'll just do this the whole rest of the stream if we have to. If it means you'll stay. You're gonna stay? Just be normal. Links here. At 1,000 subs can get monetized. No, you need 3,000 watch hours as well to get members and super chats. So that's why I set up the buy me a coffee thing. So I just put that on it. Yeah, we don't do any politics, war talk, anything like that in here, guys. Just respectfully, we're here to help people with depression and mental health and stuff, right? We're not here to... There's plenty of other channels you can discuss that. Again, I would say, as always, as I say to these trolls who want to talk about politics and stuff, if you care so much about this and you really want to put your time at it, go use your time effectively. Don't come to a channel with 12 people watching to spread your message. If that's all the impact you can have, I don't see why you'd bother. But we'll leave it at that. We need an upgrade there. Yep. Always got to upgrade stuff. So yeah, I just upgraded my phone. Where's my old phone? I upgraded my phone about a week ago just so I can edit better and stuff like that. Because this is the phone I built this channel on. And the screen looked like that. The entire building the channel. So that's why I struggled. Old regulars will know I'd struggle to read comments and stuff. That's why. Because I'd have to read the chat through that. So it made things quite difficult. Shush! No, you've had enough. Come lie down. I'm trying to be really nice with you. I think the chat will forgive me for being a bit more firm with you when I've asked you like 20 times now, dog. Stop it. It is enough. You, stop licking. You stay there. Like, you stay there as well. You stay here, my boy. You don't need to lick the coating off the bowl. You, hey, I said stay. Get on the Stay. My gosh, you go lie down. Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Come on, man. Come on, man. You guys know better. Stay on your beds. Jeez, man. Oh, man. Right, we're good. Dogs are a lot of work, man. All right. Just use my S25. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, I hadn't upgraded phone since like 2018, 2019. So I was running on a Note 20. It's just so out of date. It was like 6-7 years old now. So yeah, so I got the new S26, whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's the reality of that is it's on a contract, paying it off for 36 months. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I need to get a phone decent enough to keep up with all this tech. If I'm going to be a YouTube creator, I'm going to have to keep up with the tech a bit. Hey, Baz, how are you, mate? Good to see you again, Baz. Have a child who's schizophrenic. That's a bit of a tough one, Mama. It's a tough one. I had a roommate once who was schizophrenic, and yeah, he's had a big meltdown when I was living there, and I was the only person he trusted. Didn't trust his own mother or anything. Didn't know his own name. That was actually a day. I won't go too deep into it, but that was a day that really changed my perspective on mental health a lot. Seeing a guy I'd known the guy 10 years. And ended up flatting with him. He had bought a house and he had a spare room. Oh, yeah, cool, live here for a bit. And yeah, he had a meltdown one day to the point he didn't know his own name. He would sleep in so he wouldn't take some of his meds for being schizophrenic, right? And he didn't like them because they'd zombie him out and that. So then he started to take them at the wrong times, and it took about 3-4 days. And I said, dude, you really got to keep taking your meds in the morning. Oh, no, I'll be all right. And then a few hours later, he didn't know his own name. He thought the person that was his actual mother, as far as he was concerned in that moment, she's not my mother. I don't think I'm really from that family. What's even my real name? In the end, he turned to me and he said, dude, I know I can trust you. I know you're a good dude. I know I've known you a long time. I recognize you. I know I'm in a bad way and I need help. Please get me help. I'm like, sweet. So I ended up calling up his mother and we organized a psych ward and literally took him to the hospital, and he was in there for months after that getting help, right? He's a lot better these days. I caught up with him last week. He's doing really well, right? But to see the human brain do that to itself was very very eye opening, right? To see somebody's brain, like a normal dude I live with all the time. He was just a normal dude. Played video games and stuff. Yeah, great dude. To see somebody go that way out of nowhere was just crazy. Good, mate. Yeah, going good. Baz, going all right, man. Took a day off today. Really, I did my morning workout, and then I just went for a ride on the motorbike, man. I did a bit of a stream at the. I did a bit of a stream out at the beach, so that's on my live tab if you want to check that out later. I was just like half an hour at the beach. Rode about an hour to go out there, and sort of spot I like to go to. So yeah, it was a good little trip on the bike. Yeah, but yeah, I've just been, like, as I say, I'm real on here and raw about everything, and I'm struggling a bit, like, to fit streaming, and like I want to do things with the channel, but then my partner's work schedule. Sometimes she starts late, sometimes she starts early, and I'm trying to sort of have a consistent YouTube schedule, but her schedule is always changing, and we're always trying to work around each other and stuff. And it gets to a point where it gets quite stressful. Like I'm up till 1, 2 in the morning editing, and like I only have the caravan to do it. So she's trying to sleep, and then I end up accidentally waking her up, and then we're grumbling at each other, and then whatever. Yeah, it will be really good. Like, again, straight up, like it will be really good when the cabin's finished, so we have just a bit more space to operate. That's all. We've been on top of each other in this cabin for the. Basically, we met in, I think, November last year. I think she sometimes says late October. I can't remember. I thought it was November, right? But like we'd known each other 2 weeks when she moved in. She's tolerated 18 months in here in a caravan when there was no cabin. There was no. It was a grassy hill with some dead, overgrown grassy hill with some dead cars on it. And I said, no, I'm building this and doing that. And she's stuck by me, so. That's been very different to other relationships for me, having somebody who's actually by my side and actually we're trying to build something together. But yeah, it's just difficult sometimes to stream and make it all work. And bro, now you're 1,000 subscribers. Have you got? No, I'm nowhere near. I'm at like, I think I'm at like 1,100 hours, guys. Yeah, this is not the. A lot of people pop in, right? They drop a like and that, but people are busy and people pop in and like they love what I'm doing, but a lot of them don't really stay too long and stuff. So the watch hours do go up slowly. I think it's usually about 20, 30 hours a day. Watch hours. When I did the 1,000 push-up stream, that I've uploaded that to the channel and stuff. That's done like I think it's done like 130 watch hours now. So that was a good bonus. 1,000 push-ups to celebrate 1,000 subs about 4 days ago. That was a really good boost for the channel. As I say, the only reason I want the subs and likes and that going up and more chat and all that, right, is to be able to help more people. The more likes, the more subs, the more comments and live chat, obviously, the more people YouTube will try feed in here, which means I have more chance of helping people doom scrolling with depression and stuff, right? I can save more people. Because that's the only reason I'm on here. Is to try save lives, right? That's it. Because I was trying to end mine for a long time. And like every day I was wanting to end my life, and I tried a couple of times, or I'd go out and sit on the side of the road waiting for a truck to pull up and stuff like this, right? I had to clean up my life and find my way, man. 550 subs, 2,460 hours. Yeah, link. Everybody, if you like chickens and cows and stuff, and quite a quiet stream, a bit less chatty than me, there's Link's View Acres, and he just says like he has like about 10 acres right down in South Canterbury in New Zealand. So he does a stream in the morning and evening usually of walking around and feeding his chickens and checking on the water for the cows and that. So it's quite a nice little stream. It's usually only about 15-20 minutes. But we had a good chat last night on Link's channel. Hey, Jinx, I remember you very well, mate. That's you're actually the main reason I'm on live tonight, man. I didn't really feel like coming back on live, but I did hope we'd cross paths again, Jinx. I hoped you'd subbed and we could have a chat if you wanted, man. If you don't want to talk about stuff publicly or anything, bro, You can always message me on Instagram. I don't usually, like, I try and stay off Instagram because I message too much, but, like, you know, if there's some stuff you want to talk about briefly, I can help people out that way. I do just ask if anybody's going to reach out that way, please do respect it. Like, I've opened my Instagram up again if people want help. And the last time I did that, I had a female viewer and her husband got jealous and thought that we were having some kind of affair across the other side of the planet when she was just watching some of my content, and then I had death threats from this guy and stuff, which, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But you know what I mean? It's just there. I don't have time for the bullshit. I just come on here to help people. You know, I've had just a rough day mentally of, like, how much time do I put at the channel? How do I do this? How do I reach people effectively? You know, it stresses me out. It stresses me out in the way of I want to effectively serve on here and how I can manage the chat and channel. Yeah, I do my best, right? I try. Better Youth SA is another great channel as well. He's working on, like, doing car content and stuff and how to work on cars and stuff. You up here, Zed, your bed. No, I'm gonna let you out after the stream. Oi, your bed. No, I'm not going leading you out there. You went under the gate this morning and tried to go into the dog next door. So, oi, your bed. Zed, listen to me. Thank you. About time. I shouldn't have to ask everything 3 times. Can you go lie down now? Zed, lie down. Thank you. Stay there. Sorry, he's just being difficult. But I'll have to let him out I'll have to let him out when I'm out there, or else he tried to go under the gate today. So again, I was going to fix all that today. I had the dog get out this morning while I was in the push-up stream and this and that, and I started to just get too overwhelmed, right? And I was like, no, I need to shut down a bit for today, go for a bike ride and stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to put some planks under the gate and all that. I've still got all of that in my head that I need to put planks under the gate and stuff and make sure he can't get out again because he's found a new exit point. You know, there's always something going on here. You got a major update for me, Alicia. All right, let's hear it. What's going on, Alicia? Hopefully it's a good one. I know you're planning for your wedding and all of that, and you've been crocheting your whole wedding dress. So yeah. What's going on, mate? Have you finished the dress or something? What's the news? I hope it's good news, Alicia. I do reflex board, but of training, mainly shorts, mate. Oh, there we go, Baz. Awesome, bro. Well, what kind of stuff do you do shorts on there, Baz? I'll check out. I'll screenshot that, mate. I'll check out your channel, Baz. I always like to check out people's stuff. Can you please acknowledge how good somebody was for Chelsea? I assume you're talking about soccer, mate. I couldn't care less. Stay positive and keep striving to become a better version of yourself each day. That's exactly it, Mama. You're bang on. I'll pin that one. That's exactly right. Zed, bed. No, stop scratching it all. Go lie down. I'm going to let you out later. You'll have to wait. I let you out before. I was doing push-ups. I had you outside because your sister's on heat, so I couldn't leave you guys inside when I did my morning push-up stream. And you took that as an opportunity to go under the gate and go up the road to try visit the bitch next door. And just for the algorithm, I say bitch because it actually is a female dog next door, right? We're not swearing. It's correct. Welcome back, chat. Hey, Fair Chris. Good to see you, man. The dress is done, Alicia. That's fantastic. Can you post that to your channel or something, Alicia? Do you have, like, community posts? Oh, I need to see this. We've been hearing about this from Alicia for months. She tunes in and watches me and crochets. She's crocheted a whole wedding dress. We need to see. I don't need to see. We don't need to see you blooming posing on it. I just want to see. I want to see what this thing looks like. So do post it to your channel. I'd love to see that, Alicia. You've been working at that for how long's that taken, Alicia? Probably about since November, something like that. Fair Chris, Skittles, you can't stay positive. That's simply not life. I would disagree, Chris. I would disagree completely on that, man. You can stay positive. That's life. Like, you can have a positive life and stay positive. Like, sometimes really bad things are going to happen, but it's how you approach them. If you approach them negatively, nothing good has ever come in my life from thinking negatively or reacting negatively to things. All it's done is made things worse. So I do think no matter how bad the situation, you can find a positive in things, right? There's a reframe you can do, right? Thanks for doing what you do. And it needs more people. Appreciate that, Jinx. Most welcome, man. You know, as I say, man, I'm just like you, dude. Like you were saying when I was at the beach, you know, like if you had a life like mine, you wouldn't have all your problems and stuff. And it's like, man, like I've still got problems, bro. Like I'm still going through it every day. Like I wake up depressed every day, bro. I wake up depressed, wanting to just smoke weed, like fucking numb myself out and drink, and like I still want to do all that. Like I'm not cured or something, right? It's just that's why I do the morning push-up stream. So most mornings you see me come do the morning push-up stream, I'm like, oh hey, and whatever. But I just make sure I turn up and I make an effort at it, right? I didn't say anything about being happy, fair Chris. It's not about being happy. Happy is fleeting. Happiness is a fleeting feeling. But you can make the most of a negative situation. Like if a family member dies or friends, I've had this when many close friends have died. I'm a motorcyclist, bro. Like most of my friends are dead. That's what happens when you associate with motorcyclists. Um, I've lost best friends and like literally been following them into a corner, and my best friend has died right in front of me, and I've been there when they've died. Right, there was still a positive in that. There was a positive in giving them the thing is done. They're gone, man. Like the positive thing we could do from there was we all came together. All our friends came together. We came together for the family and stuff, right? We made sure, and we think of that person in future, and we try and live in their memory, right? So there's like it's better than a total negative response. You can, the positive response. What was the positive in my best friend's death? He was doing what he loved, man. We were out. We were having a great day in the sun. It went wrong. Wait, what more do you want? That was the positive. He was out living his life. He had said to me many times, man, I'd rather end up dying on a bike and take the risk of a bike than just never ride a bike and die as an old man, right? Or something. That's not what he wanted. Um, the positive is the time I knew that person. He was my best friend for like 4 years. Died right in front of me. Right? That's what it is. He's gone now. Like, and I think of him and I try and move forward. But being negative about it and like what good is being negative? Sober from what? Alcohol. Oh yeah. You're talking to Mama Skittles. Yeah. Bro, you told me to start doing live, but I'm afraid what my neighbours plays music loud enough. And YouTube will not count that vid for monetization because of copyrights. Yeah, I kind of start having the same problem there, Better Youth. I've found my neighbour will crank some music. I find it doesn't pick it up too much, brother. Um, but I would try and do your lives to avoid it. Figure out the times they normally play music and see if you can work around it, or you can try talk to them, man, and just say, hey, like, could you just turn it down a little bit, like just so it's not as, like still like live you like, maybe people were generally, you can generally approach people and just say, hey, like, I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. Could you maybe like if there's a window that faces that's making the music loud or something, could they close that window or something, right? See if you can negotiate, you know. People are generally pretty good, man. They're pretty nice, if you're a good neighbor, they'll, as long as you talk to people, right? All right, Chris. Again, fair Chris, bro. You need to sort out your life, man. Like you do realize I'm the person who banned you from Men of Action, right? Because the host asked me to get rid of you because you always cause us trouble. You always question everything that the host is saying. Like you come in and you just want to argue, bro. I like I've given up alcohol that destroyed my life. I lost everything in my life and was going to be homeless and ended up in this caravan because I pushed on, man. And you want to sit here and say it's the best thing. You're in the wrong place, bro. You don't want to change. You're not ready. So piss off. Stop ruining it for everybody else. All you're doing is trying to drag everyone else down. Yeah. So you're talking to someone whose husband has got clean on alcohol, and you're like, I could never give that up. It's amazing. It's great. Like, what are you doing, bro? You're just causing shit every channel you go to because. Oh my god. It's a real hard one to deal with people like you, Chris. It's a real hard one, man. But yeah, if you can drink the alcohol and it's not affecting you and you can manage it, that's fine. But it's not something to like gloat about and be like, well, it's not a problem for me. That's not what we're here for, dude. We're here to save people who are wanting to end their lives, suffering from depression, who are suffering, right? Not for you to be like, well, it doesn't affect me. Like you're essentially calling people weak and shit. Like you're not. Your words have meaning, Chris. This is why you keep getting banned. Like, I've seen you get banned from multiple channels, bro. Like, all the channels in the self-improvement space. You seem to frequent self-improvement channels, and then you do nothing but try and debate and debunk self-improvement. And you just keep coming back doing the same thing. Everywhere. Like, what am I to do, bro? As a creator, as a host, what am I meant to do when I'm giving up my time to help people with depression and mental health and alcoholism and stuff, and you're going to be here being like, well, I don't have a problem. Like, why are you here, bro? Why do you frequent all these self-improvement channels when clearly you just don't seem to want to improve? You want to justify everything. You want to defend everything. You want to defend all the things that are making you like, you're saying alcohol isn't a problem for you. Well, look how you're acting. I'd say it's a problem. Haven't been on my live for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's all right, bro. But it doesn't matter if you haven't been on my live for 2 weeks. If you come in and all you want to do is argue and then say things like that to people, there's going to be a problem, dude. Take some accountability. It doesn't matter. You could not come in here for 6 months. If you come in here acting like a dick, I'm going to call it out, right? Time is precious. It's nice to chat in downtime, but don't slack off in self-improvement. Exactly. G'day, Ball Striker. How's it going? All right, man. All good. Well, as I say, bro, like I haven't banned you. Like I haven't just gone, screw this and banned you, right? So I'm trying to keep you around. I'm trying to keep you around, dude. Just saying. I'm just saying I have boundaries and limits. I'm trying to figure out how to shape this channel as I go as well, right? Like I've been doing this channel 2 months, man. So I'm not perfect. Natasha, yeah, day's a bit better after the ride. I just need to take a bit of time to myself, really. Natasha, you bed, oi, you, Heidi, bed. You can come up here. You go lie down. Zed, go lie down. Listen to me, go lie down. It's enough. You'll have to wait. Oh, you're the one who went out the gate this morning while I was live. You're the one who went under the gate and went to see the dog next door. So if you think I'm going to let you out in the dark right now while I'm on stream, you're very much mistaken, dog. Once bitten, twice shy, mate. You'll just have to wait. Good night, Alicia. Great news. Thank you for the update on the wedding dress you were crocheting there, Alicia. It's great to hear. That's been an ongoing thing since the start of my first channel when we first encountered you. Right, you'd watch me and crochet your wedding dress. So she's sort of, Alicia's, that's the thing, you get all kinds of people on channels, right? Like Alicia's been doing crochet in the background. I've had people who have watched me for a month straight, every stream for a month, right? And they'll message me on Instagram out of nowhere and be like, dude, you've absolutely changed my life. I'm too shy to talk. It's taken me this long to talk to you, but I just want to thank you and stuff. And like, that's why I do it, That's what I'm here for, right? It's for those kind of stories, right? Going to head off to bed after my smoke. Stay positive and much love and good night to everyone in chat. Great to meet you, Jinx. Great to meet you, man. I hope we see you around. Just you can always reach out, man. All right. Just know that there's millions of people with this shit going on, man. So just as I said earlier at the beach, bro, try improve your circle, right? Try it's not selfish to cut out people, even if they've been in your life maybe 20 years. Maybe it's family or something, right? But you might need to cut people off for a while and go your own path, for a couple of years or something, right? Then you can reintroduce some people, if they're real friends, they'll understand it. All my true friends did. Oh, hey guys, I need some time to go work on myself and whatever. And they're like, cool. Like I had no social media at all for years. People had my number, sometimes they'd text me if they really, needed to reach out or whatever. But, for the most part, I kept to myself, I have not forgotten. Okay, stay tuned. I stole your bike seat 15 years ago. No, I did not. I've never stolen anything in my life, mate. When are we doing a car stream? I don't know, Kane. I'm not sure if I want to do them, to be honest. I sort of struggle enough to work on cars and the garage and stuff these days. I'm just not really that into it right now. So, but yeah, everybody has been asking for me to do another one. So I suppose I'll do one. It's just that's another reason I'm still taking today off. I'm just thinking a lot today, and I do welcome the feedback, guys, of the content you want. So, I mean, if that's what you want, I'll do some more car stuff. I hope I can stick around a bit more in future streams now that more wedding dress stuff is done. Or what's next on the plans, Alicia? What are you going to do while you watch my streams? What's the next Next thing. Baby booties. Damn, bro is married. I'm not married yet. I don't know if you're talking to me there, Fair, but I'm not married yet, mate. Oh, mate, dingoes and babies and all. No, that's Australia. That's Australia. All right, Fair. As I said, Fair, we're not here to talk rubbish, bro. We're not here to like joke about like bicycles and stuff, right? I'm here to help people with mental health, right? I'm here to help people who could be, you know, they could be scrolling on here feeling like they want to end their life, right? That's what I'm here for, bro. So make no mistake on that, Chris. Okay, stay tuned. Well, you have a nice life, mate. You're banned permanently from the channel. Have a good one. Did I play rugby at school? No, I didn't play for a team or anything, but me and my mates were always playing like backyard rugby and that. Yeah, that was the go. Backyard rugby and cricket and stuff like that. Getting married on the 2nd, then it's time to find a house. Fantastic, Alicia. That's great. Well, what are you thinking for a house, Alicia? What kind of place? I'd suggest get out in the country a bit. Would be if you want some nice peace, make sure you're out in the country. I don't know if you are already. You could be. Fair, I think honestly, Fair, I think you're just a troll, bro. The amount of senior around channels, the amount of bullshit we deal with from you. Like, I made it clear enough times what the channel's about, dude. Like, but you're going to keep going. You're going to keep pushing it, aren't you? You're going to keep pushing it and keep going and force my hand. We all have to deal with it. Everybody in the chat, you're stealing time from people. Everybody has to read everything you say, bro. Everybody has to, like, it takes over the conversation. And then viewers leave because somebody like you is just, blah, 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 blah. I talked with you before, bro. The viewership just went down, right? Because people aren't here for that. It's not what my viewership is here for. So I need to protect my audience. Like, you're not the main character, bro. Like, there's 10 other people here, Chris. You see what I mean, Chris? That you have to argue everything, bro, and detract the conversation to being all about you. You have to argue just everything, right? You do, don't you? You're just talking. Well, how about you shut the fuck up for 5 minutes and listen? Like, the boondocks ain't that expensive. No, I mean more out on the countryside, right? Out among the trees and the cows and things, it's nice. Bandito's correct there, Chris. You add nothing, Chris. You're adding nothing to the conversation, Chris. All you're doing is taking from people, taking from the real conversation. Read the room. Yeah, the good juice stuff. Usually I get the lemon ginger one, but this is the closest I could get. But yeah, no added sugar, no added water, nothing, no preservatives. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I sort of traded out energy drinks for those, and they work out cheaper per liter than energy drinks. So they're really nice too. Getting married on the 2nd of May. A condo because that's all we can afford. That's fine, Alicia. Yep, do what you can do, mate. Do what you can do. I would suggest, Alicia, maybe look at a piece of land and build yourself a cabin, tiny home, something like that. That can be a great option for people that, if you can't, if you can afford a condo, you can maybe find some land somewhere and build on it, mate. I have the trauma that I don't know how to solve. Yeah, you never quite solve it. You know what I mean? Like, things will linger. Like, things do stay in our mind, right? You'll never. It's not like Men in Black where you can flash and neuralize it, and you forget, right? It's still going to be there, right? But what you can do is try and move forward from it, into the future, right? And try and make the most of the rest of your life ahead of you, right? Because we can't change the past, we can't change the trauma, we can't control how other people treat us or what happens, right? And there'll be other traumas in life, right? There'll be other hard situations, especially as we get older, lose friends, family, all those kind of things, right? So life doesn't get any easier, right? So we have to get stronger. You can feel those things. You can, it's not that the traumas that happened to you were justified or right or anything, right? But you can, move on and still take control of your life. And make sure you commit to having a life that you enjoy a bit of, right? You're having the experience anyway, right? We're all alive, we're on the journey, and just try and make the best you can of it, mate. You feeling better? A bit better, Wayne. Yeah, been a long day, bro. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. Am I the main character? No, I'm not the main character here, mate. I'm not the main character. I'm just the host. I'm just the host here, mate. It's about building a community of people who are all aiming up, right? They're trying to make life better. They're overcoming addiction, depression, all that, right? So, like, I've only got my experience with alcohol, with ADHD, whatever. People come in here with other problems that, like, I'm not the best person to answer that, but they're like, there'll be people who have had problems with opioid addiction, right? And there'll be somebody else in chat who's overcome that they can talk to. And maybe you add each other on Instagram and build a friendship, something, right? That's what it's about. It's about building community and all just trying to support each other, which is why I don't do negativity in that, right? I think there's not enough support out there for people. Good morning, mate. Good morning, King Kong. Great to see you. Yeah, Superfly. Yeah, don't worry about replying to Chris, guys. Just ignore him. I'll see if he changes his tune. Yeah, you're like this close. Like every comment I'm seeing from you, Chris, it's tap tap, and you're gone forever. So it's your choice, bro. Choose your words wisely. I have this grade school crush, and she used me to do chores and things for her, and until now she's asking me for money and threatening me. Yeah, get rid of her. Don't worry about her. Block. Ignore. Take your power back. There's 3.5 billion women on Earth, bro. Don't worry about it. It took me 20 years to find my partner, right? It took me from like 17 until I was 37 to find the right person. But, I still don't regret the bad relationships I had and all the things that happened, and cheating and violence from them and all sorts, man. I had one girlfriend once try to throw me off a water tower because she was depressed and wanting to end her life on a water tower. So I went up there to get her because she was having a bipolar breakdown. And she went, oh, okay, I'll come inside with you. So I stood up and I helped her up. And the next thing she tried to do was shove me off the side. She went, if I'm going, you're going, grabbed my shirt and went to jump off the side of a water tower. And somehow I managed to grab the ladder as we went over the edge and got us back up. I don't know, even to this day, I don't know how I did it. It's like people pulling a helicopter or a car off their family, right? It's just there in the moment. I've been through some shit, all right? Goddamn. You're in recovery now? Fantastic, super. Anyone else here love Jesus? Oh, a few people do, for sure. Croc, we do not want to have any religious arguments and stuff, or political arguments and stuff, right? So you're welcome to, people are welcome to beliefs here, but it's just not a topic I go into, just to keep the peace, so to speak, right? Off to feed all the animals and do some chores now, mate. A bit fresh outside. So yeah, if anybody wants to watch Link's View Acres there, go feed his chickens and stuff for about 15 or 20 minutes. Go check out his channel. Do throw my man a sub. He's going live now. You can abandon me if you wish to go watch that. Fear, Chris says, you can heal mental health, but it takes a lot, bro. The first step is being honest and true to yourself. You're right, Chris. I'm going to put that as a pinned message so you can read your own words and think about it, what you said. You, here. You go lie down. I'm trying to deal with like actual topics here, dog. That's enough, alright? You need to stop. It's enough. I'm busy. Don't look for the right person, be the right person, yeah. Turn up for yourself, right? Turn up for yourself. If you got nobody, you can always turn up for yourself. Who's the person you can rely on? You, right? I find I draw so much power from that. Rather than, like, everything is a reframe to positive, as I was saying to Chris earlier. There's positives in things, right? So you can either go, I've got nobody, I'm on my own, I've got to do everything myself, right? That's not going to help you. If you're just shitty, like, I've got to do freaking everything myself, nobody helps me, blah, blah, blah. If you go, I'm going to take control, I have to do everything myself. Okay, I have to do everything myself. Nobody's going to help me. I have no expectation anybody's going to help me. Because unmet expectations lead to anger. I used to ask mates, hey, can you come around and give me a hand building this or whatever? And the day would come and they just wouldn't show up and whatever, right? So that just means the job doesn't get done and then I'm pissed off or I'm working on just like, buddy, right? If I can just dial back, take control of my own life and go, nobody's coming to help me, people are dickheads, whatever, then it just gets done. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm proud of me, So that's where you've got to like serve yourself first, right? You take it upon yourself. And that's why you don't want to listen to friends and family and that trying to tell you to do otherwise, right? Like you quit drinking, all your friends you drink with are going to give you shit and tell you to keep drinking. You're not escaping us. It's just how it is, man. Never be a sponge to anyone that gets used and rinsed. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely not acceptable, Natasha, but such people exist, right? There's a lot of bad people in this world. There's a lot of people who will use people and stuff. That doesn't mean that the guy is a bad person. It just means somebody with lesser morals, hurt him, right? So now he's traumatized, angry, and hurt, right? Why? Because you have expectations. We often have expectations that other people are going to be as reasonable as us. They're going to treat us the same way back. And then when they don't act that way, it's like, yeah, unmet expectations, anger, problems. Heidi, here. Come up here. Stay here. I've had to ask you, should I rewatch the stream after, dog, and I'll count how many times I had to tell you to listen to me? Should I literally send you lodging with a dog, like a dog trainer that's going to just train until you get it? Because we've tried really hard with you, and some days you're really good. But every time I'm on live stream, you're whining at me. Because you think I'm talking to... Look, there's nobody here. Look, they're there. Look, they're words. That's who I'm talking to. There's nobody in the room. Nobody's going to jump through the device. I don't need protecting. I'm good. Okay? So can you please just chill out? I love you too. Chill out. No. Go lie down now. Here, go lie down. You, go lie down. Go lie down. I told you I'm letting you out after the stream because you snuck out the gate when I was on stream earlier today. No, go lie down. Go lie down. I'm not doing it twice today, dog. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm going to have to use some firmer words. Okay. Sorry, guys. Reality of the dogs. They're a lot more difficult to manage with Heidi on heat and stuff. This is what it is. Right, I need to make sure I'm going to try catch up as best I can. Mama's talking to Fish to there. Cool. Skittles, how are you? Great to see you, Faith. Used to do everything myself, then I found people to bring up around me. That's good, Chris. Someone I know wants me to up my steps to 13k next month. That could be a good goal. I mean, you're doing a lot of steps already. Zed, go to bed. Go lie down. Go lie down. You're not listening. Right. Do I need to come over there? Come on. Come lie down. Why are you being so stubborn? I'm not letting you out right now. You snuck out the gate and literally tried to go to the neighbour's house just this morning. Do you not remember? I'm pretty sure you don't. Stay there. When I'm off here, I'm going to let you out. But you don't really need to go there. But I know you. I know your poo schedule. I know more. I'm pretty onto it, dog. So stop acting up. I know what you guys want to do. Just like she was whining at me like she wanted to go. And all she wanted to do was play with a ball of clay. When we've played all day. Bah! Right. We're back. My gosh. Oh, bad people affect... Yeah, bad people affect good people. You know, bad people can mess up your life pretty quick there. Yeah, for sure. How was my day? Steel Javelin? Yeah, all right. I took a cruisier day. I'm a bit overwhelmed and stuff, right? A bit overwhelmed. I'm doing all right. Yeah. Oh, no, they just want to go out and cause trouble. Such a beautiful pup. Thank you, Faith. Yep. Doggy wants a bone to nibble. Yeah, I need to... Usually just chews on lumps of clay. I get them bones, but, yeah, occasionally. The local butcher shut down a while ago, so unfortunately, yeah, it's hard to get a bone out these ways now. How big is the caravan? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know, thinking like a 12-foot, 14-foot boat. Yeah, probably about a 15-foot, something like that. Something like that, yeah. It's a Abbey Cabaret. I don't know, it was cheap. Needs a full refurbish and stuff again. It was just, yeah, it was a solution to, rather than be homeless. This was the solution, was put this caravan in a sheep paddock with the last line of credit I have. Get the caravan, put it in a sheep paddock. I had 18 cars with nowhere to put them because I couldn't pay the leases for my buildings as everything shut down. And, yeah. Bought a garage off Facebook Marketplace. It was a 4-car garage. Copied the brackets on it and got some brackets made up to expand it into a 6-car garage. Put it up, put the cars in it. And, yeah, now I'm building a house. Been a long 3 years, man. A lot of work, but that's all right. That's what it takes. It's not too hard, right? As long as you do a little each day. Building project's going all right, Chris. Yeah, didn't do anything on it today, man. I've been so flat out lately. I'm just taking a 65 years is a long time. I've only been alive, but 18 barely. Okay. Venom dogs can hear sounds, not words. If you want more success, say things calmly. When they don't listen, you have to reinforce a punishment. Again, man, like, you're 18 and I've owned my pit bull for 9.5 years, so, probably have some idea what I'm doing, dude. Once again, Chris, you tend to just try and disprove everybody. It's like typical 18-year-old, man. It's just, I know everything and everybody's wrong. Like, I appreciate that insight, bro, but yeah, they do listen most of the time, and you keep it calm and that, and they won't listen and stuff. There is a certain way, like, it's usually a firmer tone gets them. They're not a Chihuahua, right? I own a pit bull and a German Shepherd. They're pretty headstrong dogs, man. There's a pack order, and you've got to maintain it, right? That I'm the top of the pack. This is how it works. Venom, I got to run. Town will jump back on if you're still on. Thank you very much, Super. Great to see you, bro. I love the support. Thank you, man. I read this book called How to Win by Shiv Kira. The book is about changing our personal attitude and mindset about how we do things. Help me to think positively. All right, man, I'll check that out, King Kong. Thank you very much, bud. I'll just, hang on. I'll screenshot that, so I've got that. Thank you, guys. I will try and catch up on that. I will look into it. I do appreciate it. I know you don't think it's funny, but maybe Doggo is saying take a minute. Distractions are good. Got you on a different focus. Yeah, could be. Could be, mate. Could be. No worries. Sorry for the long comment. I like long comments, bros. When we actually get into topics, this is what I love, man, is when we get into topics, we're trying to help each other. This is where we keep the conversation on track, right? Okay, Chris. Well, not every dog is your dog, Chris. Every dog has a different temperament. The difference here, Chris, is I would agree with you when I'd had just Zed, right? And you could do that. But when I've got two dogs in here and both of them want to go to the bathroom, meanwhile the girl is also on heat. Both of them are like, Zed was trying to hump me while doing my push-ups yesterday. He's that rolled up, right? Then they're not listening because they just want to go out and do what they want to do. They want to go out and have a root. That's what the dogs want to do. That's why the dogs are whining and wanting to go outside and running around like this, is they want to go root each other. I'm trying to stop that happening. That's what's happening. That's why the dogs are not listening. They've got other things on the brain, mate. That's what's actually happening. Well, that's probably not the best way to seek that, Chris. Like, I'd say you'd need to make a channel. Like, you'd have to do what I'm doing, Chris. Make a channel and go through all the endless people saying all kinds of weird comments, all kinds of stuff, in the hope that the people who actually will like my content scroll onto me, and then I'm saying the right things at the time. Not the right things, I'm just being me, right? But, like, I maybe have somebody scrolls on. Sometimes when I'm scrolling, I go like this, I'll just go, nah. Like, so I might have 3 seconds to catch somebody as they come past here, right? People are looking for entertainment usually on YouTube. They're looking to distract their brain. They're looking to avoid their problems. They're looking to doom scroll, essentially, right? They're looking to waste some time to avoid something, most likely, a lot of the time, right? So stopping people in their tracks coming through here and then being in a mindset to change and grow and develop and actually solve their problems when they've had a lifetime of being distracted and stuff, it's a pretty hard task here, man. But yes, Faith, it does. Yes, it does. But we'll say it that way. But yes, that's what the dogs want to do. So that's why the dogs are being so difficult at the moment. Yeah, it's best I stick to the slang rather than say it on YouTube. I'm having to learn I've been refreshing myself on the YouTube rules and what I can and cannot say. Yes, Chris, that would be another way of putting it, in a much worse way, while adding a G. Yes, Chris. Oh my God, man. We're going to do this a different way. I'm going to put it to everybody else in the chat. I'm going to put this to everybody else in the chat. Who wants Chris here? Who doesn't? Who feels Chris is detracting from the conversation so much that I should get rid of him? Or do you think he's redeemable and we can help him? What do you guys think? Yeah, my patience is getting very thin. That's good, Chris. Turning up for yourself. That's a good way. Oh, bye, Chris from Unknown. That's a no vote. Whack him. Time out 5 minutes or 30 minutes. Yeah, then I'll have to deal with him again tomorrow. I don't usually do that. I don't know, man. It's a hard one, Chris. It's very much like Survivor right now, right? It's, the tribe has spoken. Bring us your torch. All right. Well, there you go. The tribe has spoken, Chris. So we're gonna go with timeout this time. Like, there you go. Like, I'm being bloody. I've had a shit ass day, man. I've got a lot on my head. I'm like, this morning I was thinking about deleting the channeling and stuff and just giving up. And like, I was depressed as this morning, man. All right, we'll give you a 30-minute there, Chris. Try to speak other language. You just can't help yourself, eh? Right at the point I'm giving you the gift of a timeout, not a ban, and you say you want to be here, and you just have to fucking argue it. You have to, bloody hell, man. You're insatiable, Chris. If you put that determination into a worthwhile pursuit, man, you'd do very well, mate. Hopefully you find your way. But anyway, there's half an hour for you. You go sit in the naughty corner. Go think about things, Chris. Go think. I gotta. Chris, buddy. We're gonna do a little thought experiment because I know you're still here, right? Chris, look at me, Ebony Ray, look at me, Ebony Ray, look at me, Chris. Yeah, Chris, look at me. Are you looking at me? You need to ask yourself this question, Chris. By your own admission, in your head, when was the last time you were wrong? Think about it. So all your interactions you've had in like the last week, how many times were you wrong and how much was it you're right, they're wrong, that's it. Just a thought experiment. Consider it. Hey, we got another raider here. Yes, Amy, I remember you, Amy. You've been in a few times since. I do appreciate the support. Yeah, we're just having a chat. We were dealing with we've got a bit of a difficult one with Chris, but we've given him people will come back if they want to. It's a warning. Yeah, it's a warning, yeah. I like that's the thing, Chris, is I do understand where you're coming from. Like, you're 18, bro. Like, that's kind of like I was a lot like that at 18, so I am like pretty tolerant with you. Like, you see the rate I ban other people at, bro, where I'm just like, right. So like, I'm really trying for you, Chris. I'm really trying. So I ask you try to do the same in return, bro. If we're gonna give you attention here and try and help you. But if you're gonna argue everything I ever say and just go no, it's just like, well. Mrs. Brown's TV show, look at me. No, it wasn't Mrs. Brown. It was Kath and Kim, that one. Not Mrs. Brown's Boys, no. That was Kath and Kim out of Australia. Look at me, Ebony Ray, look at me. It's getting a bit better, Jenny. I've got some good people here. Just, just burning myself out a bit much on the streaming and stressing and trying to grow the channel and how I handle things. It's a lot to process, with all the other. I have a lot of other stuff going on in life. I have a lot going on in life I don't talk about on here, right? Stressing things that stress me and plans for the future and stuff. Plans for the channel long term with what I'm going to create and stuff like that. There's a lot in mind, right? I'm always just. My brain just never stops, right? ADHD, like there's 10 thought paths going on at once, right? So it's a noisy place up here. It's just very mentally draining. So sometimes I do need to just take a bit of a breather. But that's all right. Like that's like I've come on for a chat because I'm fine. It's just never go up, never surrender. That's it. Yeah, it's just today I need to make sure I actually rather than work at stuff and I just felt all this pressure. I need to work on the cars more. I really need to do this. Rather than like force myself through today and just sort of stuck in the same loop, I went, no, I'm going to actually take a bit of a day. I did the morning push-up stream. I made sure I turned up and did that. Did the daily routine of exercise, right, to settle my brain a bit. But yeah, I went for a motorbike ride and cleared my head a bit. You're cracking me up, making me feel not alone and spreading a great message. That Chris B obviously needs more help than all of us. Yeah, I do try and help people where, that's the whole point of the channel is to help people. It's just, Chris does need some help. And Chris isn't totally wrong, right? Like, he does have some valid things to say as well. However, it's just everything, it's kind of that just everything becoming an argument is kind of a problem. We're not, like, as I say, we don't do politics here and we don't do religion to avoid arguments. And we're here to talk about mental health and stuff in a positive way. And I feel Chris keeps bringing this negative, judgmental, he's right, we're wrong energy and stuff. And it's just like, I'm happy to talk about it, but it's just getting a bit much when basically every comment from him is like that. And I feel he's just not ready yet. I feel he needs to make a shift in his mind and actually decide that he's going, he's certainly been around the message of the channel enough, and it just doesn't seem to be rubbing off yet. So, beach definitely helps when you're having a good time. Yeah, for sure, just to chill out there a bit, and especially the motorbike. I've got an addiction to speed, and cars, bikes, and stuff. I like going very quick. Again, it shuts up my mind, right? If I'm winding a motorbike through some corners and concentrated on what I'm doing, then I'm not tumbling all the other stuff through my head, right? A lot like doom. It's essentially riding a motorbike is kind of like doom scrolling, right? It's a distraction from whatever's going on. It's important to have a purpose here, for sure. Exactly. You got to be aimed at something, or if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Stand for nothing and you'll fall for anything, right? Which is why boundaries are important. And I always used to believe it wasn't even really a thought. I always believed that I sort of had to put others ahead of myself, right? That like looking after me was selfish, and that getting myself nice things or putting myself first in situations and going, oh, actually no, I can't show up to help you move house. I'm actually going through some of my own stuff, right? Whereas I'd always just turn up for everyone. Which I still like to do, right? Like if somebody's broken down the side of the road and I've got all my tools with me, I'll stop and do you need a hand? Do you need a hand changing this tire or whatever? I do have some sensibility with it of 3 a.m. if it's like a bunch of it can be a bit like, oh, do I really want to stop there right now? But for the most part, there's the occasional one where it's like, what? I think I'm going to stay away from that situation. But usually it's just some old elderly couple or something with their caravan from the 1970s or something going on a trip, and they're having a bad day and need a lift to get a wheel bearing or something. My 10-year-old has ADHD and behavioural issues. Meds don't help too much. Yeah, they don't. Heidi here, yeah, I was on meds for a long time, and they didn't serve me right. You're giving somebody an amphetamine. It's not a cure to the chemical imbalance. It's different neural pathways and stuff. It's just there's a lot to be said about you're basically trying to go, we're going to make this person who doesn't fit in society, and we're going to give them a hefty stimulant, and that's going to make them focus and act right. Yeah, it'll make them focus, but it also makes them extremely aggressive. And then they put me on antipsychotics and stuff to try and balance that out, and it just becomes this mess concoction. Where you eat a bit less or you're a bit off that day. They never help me. So what I do is I create my dopamine naturally. That's why I do the workouts on live every morning. You can go for a walk or something, right? The important thing is to get away from the cheap dopamine, the doom scrolling or anything like that, right? Or video gaming and stuff, right? Something that gives you a reward. It gives you a dopamine rush, gives you a reward without effort. You, bed. Go lie down. Good boy. Supplements, vitamins, and minerals have helped me greatly. Yep, that too. But yeah, the more and more I learn about ADHD medication, the more I've learned it is the worst thing you could give to ADHD. Yes, it enhances focus, but the everything else that comes with that, it doesn't really solve it. It can make them focus, but you feel trapped within yourself. And yeah, just giving that level of stimulant to somebody is not. Yeah, it's not the whole problem, right? Do you find the medication makes me feel good? Yes. When I did ADHD medication, it makes you feel productive, amazing. I'm getting so much done, but you feel like a passenger. You feel you're not in the driver's seat of your own life. So you're achieving a whole lot, but it's kind of like one, you're relying on the drugs. That isn't so much it, but it's more you feel trapped within yourself. You still feel the ADHD inside you. You still feel that thing, but it's like I'm achieving all this stuff, but it's very kind of hollow. It doesn't feel earned because you are using the medication to up your dopamine, which is now I feel I earn my dopamine by doing the morning workout. That's why I do the push-ups on here. And a lot of people, the biggest problem I have on YouTube is I stream a morning workout, and it's like I'll lose subscribers from a stream like this because they'll see me working out and they'll be like, why are you working out? Is this a fitness channel? It's like, no, it's just one thing I do. But obviously when people scroll on, they're going to assume things within a second. They're going to assume, well, they go, you're in a caravan or whatever. If I'm out in my gym, I've got a big gym rack behind me. Even if I'm not doing a push-up at the time, it's obvious I'm working on stuff, right? I'm working out. but it's not a workout channel. So yeah, it can be difficult on that front as well. Like these are the things I'm always trying to figure out, right? But yeah, I mean, I stopped taking yeah, I'm not sure the Kumar. I mean, I stopped the medications about 20 years ago. Yeah, for sure, Natasha. Yeah. The natural sugar tends to be a bit better. A lot of the time, it's the food coloring. So red food coloring is like the worst thing for ADHD is red food coloring. So anything that is red or purple or orange, orange as well. You know, sorry, we reconnected for a moment there. But yeah, anything that's like red, red food dye to make that color is extremely bad for ADHD. So yeah, diets helped a lot, right? Like sticking to mostly red meat, eggs, reducing carbohydrate, reducing sugars. That's been the biggest thing for my ADHD. That's where most people have the best results on ADHD. Like there's Brody the Super Shredder plays guitar on YouTube Live, plays metal songs and that. He's got ADHD, and so do his other siblings and stuff, right? Some of them, I believe. And I'm like, yeah, they're all on pure carnivore diet to mitigate it, right, and balance it out. Yeah, Red 40. That's it, Jenny. That's it. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Yes, I do. His name's actually Bob. 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 Puzzle, something to occupy the mind, short attention span. Yeah. It's like when they talk about social media and how it affects people. They do these studies and they're like, they go, oh, people are watching these short form videos and like TikTok, and like every 20 or 30 seconds or 60 seconds, this short form content, every 20 or 30 seconds, you've got a context switch. It's actually way worse than that, because when, like, same as when you scroll through these lives, right? Dopamine. It's not that you watch a short. You don't come across every short and watch the whole short. You go, nah. And you're going through, this person's crashing a bicycle. This is a panda riding a unicycle. You know, here's somebody getting knocked out on the street. Here's some weather girl getting slapped in the face by a fish in a storm. You know, it's just this constant, right? And it's like, we wonder why we can't focus, where we sit down and go, hey, I need to focus on this. And it's like, you know, this is literally what brain rot is, and that's why you need to take control of it, right? That's the whole point of making the channel. Catch people as their brain rot, and essentially it's the best way I figured I could serve people and help people was to start a YouTube channel. I can reach more people than I can in real life. Like if I went and started a support group for depression or something in real life, I feel I'll be able to reach a lot more people through YouTube and content, right? And I'm able to put content up. It's like creating a product that I put out there, right? Rather than trading time for money. As in the workplace, it would be trading your time for money, as you're trading direct labor for it. Versus if you create, say, a digital product, then it can just be out there working while you're asleep, right? But I'm not here to sell anything. But it works in the same way, essentially, right? It works in the same way. What are we all laughing at? Thank you so much for the advice. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Possess sugar. It's Davo, actually. Davo, not Bob. Davo. All right. I heard Davo had a bit of a change of thought and changed to Davina, actually. Are you from Tasmania? No, but you're getting warmer. You're getting a bit closer. New Zealand, mate. New Zealand. Oh, Chris's message is... I pinned Chris's message, but it's deleted because we timed him out because Chris was being Chris. Oh, dear. Maybe a simple task or chore with a reward like training intelligent dog. They learn and take in more than 10 minutes and half hour training, which becomes boring because too intelligent. Yeah. Training sessions with Heidi are usually about 15 minutes, and then she's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm sick of this. Like she's very good. She's very good round home, like off lead, and I can walk up the road and stuff with Heidi off lead. It's just if something distracts her, she's still very like she's still got that got a very strong prey drive. So yeah, usually she's on the lead. But like she does well. I take her into Bunnings a lot. I take every time I go to Bunnings, I make sure I take Heidi with me, and we walk around on a lead. And she's a bit hesitant with people, and she's barked a couple of times, but for the most part, she just meets people. The Bunnings staff love her and give her treats, and they give her the treats, and she does shake and all that, right? On your bed. I'll be off. I won't be on here too much longer. Come on your bed. Hey, you, come here. No. No, we're going to be going out after stream where I can supervise you both. Go lie down. I know what you want. I let you out before because you were whining at me, and it's all on evidence. We've got it all on stream, dog. No. We've got it all on stream that I did listen to you, and we did listen to all your whining, and I took you out, and all you wanted to do was play with a lump of clay. You didn't actually want to do anything, and it's not that time of day. I'm sorry. Like, what am I reading? I've missed something. I just see the last comment is don't go in past your knees. What have I missed here? Oh, Bondi Beach, don't go in past your knees. Oh, the blooming sharks and stuff, is it? Oh no. My name's Bruce. Fish are friends, not food. I love movies like that. Like Finding Nemo is a good movie. I like Surf's Up. Surf's Up is an incredible movie. Surf's Up is a film about existentialism. That is a great YouTube video to look up, by the way. Great YouTube video to look up is Surf's Up. What's the video called? A kid's movie about existentialism. But yeah, if you search like Surf's Up existentialism, you'd find the video. And it's a guy reviewing, Surf's Up and about how it's about existence and finding our path in life. And that's actually what Surf's Up is about. Very interesting if you rewatch it with that in mind. Yeah, I'd suggest check out the YouTube video, a kid's movie about existentialism, about Surf's Up. I'm sure you'll find it. And then go and rewatch the movie sometime soon with that in mind, right? Ideally, same night or something, right? It's definitely give you a bit of a change of perspective of how you want to live. If you're open to it, right? I didn't do Bunnings through dogs. Yeah, like Bunnings or there's usually the hardware stores and stuff will let you bring in a dog. So that's the thing at Bunnings. So it's always funny at Bunnings. Like I will admit I do intentionally try and go into Bunnings on a weekend when all the latte sipping type people are there with their little pugs and stuff. And then I walk around with a German Shepherd. It's a great way to have an aisle to yourself. It's a great power in it. No, because the other people who bring their dog into Bunnings on a weekend, they're not bringing in a German Shepherd. They're bringing in some little puggy, little freaking fluffy rat thing, and they're all really nice and dressed. Meanwhile, I'm coming in red band gumboots, mechanic overalls with a German Shepherd. I am the main character in that situation. I like to think so. I'm joking around with it, but it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. Paris Hilton dog. What's a ban? What do you mean? What's a banning? You ban people. I don't know. Banning? Bunnings, mate. It's a hardware store in New Zealand and Australia, like Lowe's in America or something, right? Timber house stuff. Yeah, Bunnings, it's called, mate. You little... Stop trying to get off the bed. Come here. What do you want? You want to fight? You want to scrap? No, stay up here. Come here. Come lie down. Thank you. Stay there, you frickin' lunatic. You're a menace to society. I love you, but you're a menace to society. You know that? You are. The ears of owls are fun. If anybody ever gets a German Shepherd, don't play with the ears when they're a puppy before the ears stand up. Everyone goes, oh my god, the ears, and they've got floppy ears and the ears haven't stood up yet. And what people do is they play with the ears and they go, oh my god, and then the ears never stand up. So you got a German Shepherd with like one ear flopped down. Just so you know, if anybody ever gets a German Shepherd, you pat them especially when they're a puppy, you pat the chest. They like the chest a lot. But the other thing you can do is, you scratch on there. So that's like a mother dog licking the forehead of the dog. That's a good way to soothe the dog. It's like their mother licking their head, right? So you just do that. See, she immediately chills out. Her breathing changes. She just starts going. How's my day going? Yeah, all right, mate. You're going all right. Bit of a slower day today. Bit of a hard day mentally, but I'm all right. Just trying to put too much pressure on myself, I think. Forgetting what's important, right? Frankly, it's mostly I'm just like I'm struggling with my partner like her different work schedule and stuff, and then I want to stream and she's getting ready for work and there's all that going on. And I think I get a bit frustrated with her about it and stuff, and then I'm like so focused on building the YouTube and serving people here. But I also, what I've been reflecting on today is I need to make sure that, I'm looking after my partner as much as, we get along great. We've got a lot going on. We just start to get on each other's nerves a bit in some ways, obviously, like any relationship. But yeah, it's all good. It's just, I need to make sure I'm putting my partner and my actual life ahead of YouTube, right? I have to fill my own cup first before I can serve other people. Again, as always on here, the advice I give on here, I have to make sure I'm taking my own advice, right? So, but that's what I'm here to talk about and be real about, right? I don't want to, as I say, I don't want to be like other YouTubers, putting on an act. The only way I can help people with depression and wanting to end their life and struggling with things like I was is to talk about it and be real about it. It's, I'm not on here to, get famous and make money or something. Is what it is. It would be good to I'd like to be famous in the way like Tony Robbins is famous, for helping people. Yeah. And just try and help people. Like, I want this to become a 1 million subscriber channel. That is my goal with this channel, is to be a 1 million subscriber channel. Not to have 1 million subscribers, but I just think that's a really good point to aim for, to make sure I'm really trying to reach as many people as possible. Like, what keeps me up at night is, what people am I not reaching on YouTube if I don't do right on here, if I don't handle things correctly on here? Is somebody scrolling by who's like, how many people scroll by who have ended their life because I was just we were talking about jokes or something at the time rather than the topic, right? Which is why I need to make sure I always put up a question here so people can come in here and they know what the channel's about and that maybe it could help them or something, right? So that's what I struggle with, man. Is who am I not reaching in time? Who can I not help? How can I possibly do this better? So yeah, that's what keeps me up at night. That's what really stresses me. Yeah. I'd love to see some more where you live. Maybe a dog walk in the Bunnings. We could do that someday. We could do that. You say a counsellor, psychologist helps. I mean, I had psychiatrists and stuff earlier when I was diagnosed and they'd check in on me and that, but it was always a bit like they never really did anything for me as such. I found that they told me what I couldn't do. I found that they labelled me and put me in a box. They were the people to saying, you're not going to be able to live alone. You're not going to be able to drive. That was all how it all got organised. That they were going to put me in a unit, like a block of flats, right? They were going to put me in a unit and have, I'd been in special ed class. By 16, I'd left school. I went to tertiary and studied photography. And then once that was over, I was kind of like just sitting around home for a couple of months. My parents wanted me out of the house. They're like, we can't handle you. You're too much. We don't want you around. So there was a support system being set up where they were going to put me in a unit and, somebody will come make sure your washing's done and make sure your food's handled, and you're going to have care workers come and support you for like 20 hours a week. And I went, okay, and what do I do for a car and that, like, and they're like, oh, well, no, you're just going to catch the bus. You don't need to drive, and we'll get you taxis to appointments and this and that. And it was just, they deemed me that just I was unsalvageable. At which point, 16-year-old me told them to F off because I'm not going to live that way. And I was out of home. I think about 4 months later. My dad, I've never told this story actually, especially, well, not on here, right? My friends know this. Should I say it? Again, okay, let me frame this first. Let me precursor it a little. My dad is an amazing man. My dad is an incredible person. He's on the spectrum and stuff as well. He's done all right, right? I'm not going to talk about his life and stuff, right? But he's a good man, right? He's a good man. He raised me well in a lot of ways. But like me, has had anger issues. Not so much these days, but back then, 16, I'm stressing him out. He was stressed out. We were going through like the 2008 financial crisis, right? I think it was around that time, about 2008, right? In the financial crisis, he was a small business owner, things like that. And I was putting my motorbike away in the garage, and I had like a little side bit in the garage, right? And I was working for a motorbike shop. Like, this was my pride and joy bike. It was 20 years old, but it was all original stickers, never crashed, immaculate. My dream bike at the time, right? And I'd worked my ass off for a couple of years to buy it, you know. And, I polished this thing daily. It was my baby, right? And I was putting it away one night, and he sort of had some stuff stored in that area, and I was putting away some stuff that I'd moved out some motorbike parts and stuff. So I picked up the bins, stacked up my bins and motorbike stuff, didn't touch any of his stuff. And he was in his office on the other side of the wall, and he was stressed. And he came out and he went, "Oh, what are you throwing my stuff around for?" I said, No, I'm just moving my stuff I got out earlier. I'm just putting my motorbike away. And I was trying to roll my motorbike in. He went, "Oh, yeah, whatever you are." And we had this big slope driveway. And he grabbed my Pride and Joy motorbike out of my arms, rolled it at the driveway, and let it go. And it went skating down the drive. And it's like everything I'd worked for. Everything that made me happy. Everything I dreamed of, And yeah, Mum came down and screamed at him, like, "What have you done?" The clutch lever was half broken and whatever. What I ended up doing, that was about 10 o'clock at night, 11 at night. And that night I put on my race bike leathers, which, like, my mother knew that I only put on my race bike leathers if I was going to go ride like a lunatic. So I put on the race leathers, jumped on the bike at about 10:30, 11 at night, and I took off into the night. Stopped and filled the tank, and I ended up going all the way down to the Coromandel. I rode for 8-9 hours through the night. I did like 1,200 kilometers that night, just pinning this thing to the limit, around half the country. And yeah, that's how that went down. I mean, I survived that night, thankfully. But yeah, not long after that, you moved out of home, went flatting with some motorbiking mates who took me in that. And then I moved out of that flat because my mate who lived there died. He was one of my mates who died when we were riding together. Died in front of me, and I moved out of that flat a few weeks later and just bounced around, and shit happens. Life. We all got our fucking story. There's obviously a lot more stories, but there's one for you. Life goes on, man. Yeah, I'm glad I'm still here too. Thanks, Jenny. You were lied to. What did you say, counsellor? But yeah, the other thing with like counselling and people going to therapy and stuff is like, it helps to talk about these things, but like if you're going to be scheduled, I don't think it helps people to go, "I'm seeing a therapist and at this time every day of a week or whatever." No, here. At this time every day of the week or whatever, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to bring up my trauma and sit here with somebody and spill my guts and talk about it, when you're not always in the mood to do that, right? You can talk about it and dissect it, but like, I think these therapists tend to just keep bringing people in and bring people in and bring people in. And it's just like, that thing that hurt you more than anything, let's keep bringing it up and just talking about every little detail of it. And I think most people I've talked to have been to therapy a lot, come back and they feel a little bit better after venting it out. But then a couple of days later, it's all just tumbling in their head because you've pulled everything up out of the back of the mind where it's buried away, and you're forcing it to the forefront. And I think it can do more damage at times as well, right? Like, there's a lot, as I say, there's people here, there'll be people in here right now who you'll never see them talk. But they're here, they're listening. They don't ask questions, but they listen, and they change their lives. The biggest impact I have on this channel is the people who are not talking, who message me on Instagram out of nowhere, or they pop up with one message here after a month of being here and go, "Heidi, off," and they'll come in here and be like, "Oh, hey man, you changed my life. We had a guy, get up here, go lie down, stay up here. We had a guy in here about a month. Stay here, dog. We had a guy here about a month ago who, we'd had a chat one day for about 15 minutes or so on one of these streams, right? And he came in about 2 or 3 weeks later and said, "Oh, hey, because of you, I've reconnected with my son, and we've worked things out, because, we're talking about how tight, you've only got one life and family, and that's important." And he like reconnected with his son and stuff, right? Started surfing together again and working out together and spending all the time together. And he thanked me. I haven't heard from him since. He popped in once, gave me a massive thank you, and I went, "Sweet, man. You're welcome," right? And that's everything to me. Like, that's the goal of the channel. Is I don't want people to be coming in and tuning into me every night and like never changing, right? I want it to be that you guys, you know, for a lot of people that they get answers and they're so busy living their life they don't have time to come here anymore, right? They're so busy like living the dream, and then new people can come in, right? And it'll just be like a revolving door of that happening. That's what I have in mind, right? Sometimes when the horse is dead, there's no point in beating it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. People trying to. Can you stay here, dog? That's enough. Yeah. There's definitely. I mean, I've got plenty of fucking traumas buried away, right? Things I'll never get over, things that will always affect me in some way. But I treat people on a case by case basis, right? You know, like if you've had a girlfriend hurt you or something, if you lived that way, or boyfriend or whatever, right? If you've had, or a friend's betrayed you or something, right? If you, some people live in that fear forever. Sometimes something happens, they get hurt, and they never recover, and they live in that, but because they think that somebody else is going to cheat on them again or something. Like I've been cheated on by multiple people that I really looked after in that, and like I don't know why they did it. They could never tell me. It's just they would just say, "Oh, I felt like it." Whatever. I was bored. You know, you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. And if you're in a relationship with someone, like here's how you get over cheating in a relationship. Like I've been cheated on multiple relationships and stuff, right? How you get over cheating in your new relationship and not worry about it. You don't track them. You don't freak out about it. You don't stress about it and destroy the relationship and end up pushing them to do it. What you do is you go benefit of the doubt until they give you evidence otherwise. And maybe you'll never find evidence otherwise now, but that's on them. That's their choice. If they want to betray you, it's nothing you did. Right? They could have left, they could have whatever. So it's never on you. It's on the other person. Yeah, rehashing stuff to death. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just that is the danger of therapy. Is just like you're just going to live in the problem and somebody to talk to about forever. But staring at the problem does not fix the problem in life, right? It's usually staring at your problems doesn't fix them. Fixing your problems fixes them. Chris Williamson. Actually, can I pull that up on my other phone? Stay there, dog. I can pull that up on my other phone, surely. One moment. I'll just ash down my leg because I'm an idiot. Nice. Stay. You are such a little shit. Go lie down. Move. Go lie down. You're being very difficult tonight, Heidi. You know that? I'm going to play this. Hang on. Chris Williamson. Doing the thing. Sorry, excuse the phone quality. This is the phone I built the channel on. This is the phone I built the channel on. I used to read chat through this, right? So whatever. Anyway, you'll hear it. That's all that matters. Listen to this. For 50 seconds long, right? Listen to this. If you want, actually, before I play this, I would say to people, rather than, you can either look it up, Chris Williamson doing the thing. The name of the video is Chris Williamson doing the thing, or just put on screen record. So swipe down on the top of your phone, hit screen recorder. I'll play this in about 10 seconds if you want to do that. No, Mr. of the Reich, that's not it, man. It's a chemical imbalance of the brain. It's a proven science. It's not ADHD is not hokum. It's not hogwash. It's not something made up. It's a scientific thing you can see in brain scans and stuff, bro. It's a disconnection between the part of the brain doing all the thinking and planning and turning into executive function. It's a lack of dopamine in the frontal lobe more than anything, mate. Anyway, I'm going to play this, right? This is something to keep in mind.
I fell in love with an essay by Strangest Loop, and it is a list of things that are not doing the thing. So here is a list of things that are not doing the thing. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
discuss. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Painter, but society has changed. That is not the world we live in now. You cannot go and do chase wildebeest like that. You can find the equivalent for ADHD. Yes, you can find a similar. They were the best hunters and things were essentially the ADHD mind. You give them a focused task. Correct. You're right there. But what you need to understand is the world has changed, and the world did not get shaped by the ADHD people. Right. This is where the masking the problem comes in. One moment. There's something very important here. It's Celtic Rider. So glad you're on Venom Avenger. I used to help people personally, but never online. Fuck my cars, fuck my life. I'm so glad to see you, brother. So it's great to see you, Celtic, bro. Your life's good, bro. You're just having a hard time at the moment, bro. I will ask Celtic. Have you when are you sending your dad off, bro? And I hope the planning and things have all been going okay. I appreciate that, Celtic, man. I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, you don't have to you don't have to shout out my channel or anything, bro. With what you got on, but I do appreciate you being here, man. I won't go into all of that. Celtic can talk about if he wants, but I know what's going on. And let me put it to you this way, guys. If you think you have problems, you don't have problems. Celtic has problems. Celtic is going through some shit. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, is people who actually need it, right? Thank you, Joe. Joe, I'll just say Joe on that, but I appreciate that. Procrastination is your middle name. Yeah, I feel that. It's the overthinking, right? As I talk about often on here, it's the overthinking is a lifetime of experience. It's your subconscious talking to you, telling you how to feel, how to think, how to react, right? If you're going to get away from that procrastination, for example, you can't be stuck in that overthinking. You have to change that. I know, it's a major investigation right now. I'm dying right now, brother. I hate to ask for help. No, you don't have to hate to ask for help, bro. It's fine. It's absolutely, you're no trouble. Celtic, bro. You're no trouble to me, bro. At all. I'm a real friend of yours. I got you 100%, right? No bullshit. No bullshit, no fucking around, no whatever. I got you, bro. 100%. You're going through it, man. Everybody, if anybody religious, I do ask, do pray for Celtic and his well-being and stuff at the moment. He's going through it, man. I wish I could help you more, Celtic. I wish I could relate more, but with having my dad still around, I struggle to. I don't know I don't know what to say, man. I just know that there's a big love for you here, bro. From me, from D-Bird, from Frank, from DJ and stuff. We're all 100%. If you need anything, when you're ready, bro. But you don't have to feel obligated to turn up or thank me or don't feel like a burden on any of us, bro. Please, no, don't say sorry, bro. Don't say sorry, bro. Please don't say sorry. I know he was, man. I saw some of the news stories, bro, and I could tell that, man. It had me in tears too, bro. So I wish I could be over there for you right now, bro. I'd be there, right? I'd be there by your side, bro. If I was in the States, I would have been there, bro. All I'll say for context, the rest of the chat is Celtic's father has passed away in a traffic accident while he was at work. That's all I'm going to say there, right? So he's going through it, guys. It's very unexpected, obviously, right? But just know that your dad was very proud of you as well, Celtic. Obviously, man, you can see that even through the news coverage, bro, that he was proud of what he'd built and his family and stuff. And then you'll continue to move forward and make him proud, bro. He's very proud of you, bro. You've achieved a lot in your life and stuff, bro. Obviously you love him dearly in that, right? So just continue to carry on that legacy, bro, that he raised you for, right? Carry on how he was a hero to you, be that to other people. How was he a hero to you? How can you manifest it into the world and help other people with that? Yeah, Seven. Yeah. I'm okay here. It's just we're all thinking of you, Celtic, bro. It's real, bro. Like, it's not just like some random on the internet bullshit, like for a channel or some shit, right? Like, Dennis and that really care about you. Yeah. Thank you, Seven. Thank you, bro. But no, you're never a burden, Celtic. Nobody here would ever consider you one either, or on Dennis's channel or anything, bro. Like, sometimes we all need help, man. Like, that's what more of a situation, Like, you can't, there's no need to apologize for reaching out like that, bro. Like, I can't even imagine that it's something I fear often as well, with my family and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine it, bro. Unfortunately. Yeah, I have, bro. I've been thinking about all that. I did exactly that, man. Had a lot of tears over your situation, man. I went and saw my dad and gave him one hell of a hug, man. Just just know there's something positive coming out of it, bro. I'm definitely getting close to my dad. I had a talk with my dad about all this, and yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, Celtic. No, you're all good, bro. You're all good. I'll gladly dedicate as much of my stream as required to you, bro. Everybody else can, for all I care in that situation. Respectfully, right, to anybody else. Obviously, so, as I say on here, there's always somebody else has it worse. But please do reach out if you need, Celtic. We want you around, man. I don't want to lose you, bro. I don't want to lose you, bro. So please do take care of yourself, man, and do reach out to me or Dennis if you need to, dude. Ball striker. I was jailed for a long time over an accusation. Eventually, the case was dismissed because I was not guilty, and I was set free by a letter from the court dismissing the case. I've never been the same. Fuck, man. Some evil people out there, that will destroy somebody's life with just complete fallacy, complete shit, bro. All I lost my house, finances, job, wife, the whole lot. Yeah. All I would say to that, bro, is as much as you can't change what's happened, at least you can move forward. And you've got the rest of your life ahead of you to change that, right? To get back that drive. Like that's obviously wasn't as bad for me. I don't ever want to do the ADHD autism thing of telling a similar story to try to be relatable, and it just sounds disingenuous, but it's where my head's going to, right? Um, it happened. It's gone. It's the same. It's not the same. I've got to be careful how I word this stuff, guys. I'm getting better at it. Sorry, I am trying my best here. Um, it's just when I was with my ex, she had drug addictions and stuff I didn't know about, that I found out about and then tried to help her and stuff, right? It was a very long road with that stuff. And then in the end, all that came out of it was I had an alcohol problem. I wasn't functioning at running my business, and everything collapsed that I was doing. And that led to me essentially being homeless with 18 cars, and I had to move out end of lease within a couple of weeks, right? And yeah, I managed to work through it and find a solution. But the solution is a caravan and 3 years. But it's taken me 3 years to come back, man. It's only honestly, it's only in the last couple of weeks that I've actually come back properly. That I'm actually getting more work done on the cabin, getting more work done on the cars, actually structuring things better. Things are actually like I'm getting that drive back finally, that pace and that control over my life, which is why I've been like a bit firmer on here as well with making sure we stay on topic and we're doing what we're meant to be doing, helping people and stuff, right? So love seeing you too, Celtic. Wicked, man. Yeah, you call me whenever, bro. Just flick me a message on Instagram beforehand. Just make sure I'm available is all. It's generally like my phone's on me, bro, so I check. I don't have notifications on for Instagram, but I will put them on, bro, so I can check if you throwing me a message. This is a time zone thing and stuff, and I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you when Susie's at work or something, so we can have a, sit and have a chat. But again, if you need to call, bro, like if you needed to call as soon as I get off here and you need that, I'm available, right? I'll make time for you. Most welcome, bro. So yeah, don't feel like a burden, but yeah, if you can, if it's not too urgent, if you can just let me know on a message and stuff, and I'll make sure I'm like, don't go on stream or something, and I'll put that time to you instead or something, right? That's all. But again, like if you need to call me and it's 4 a.m. my time, bro, you've got my Instagram. If the phone rings, I'll answer it. Hopefully, it wakes me up. Psyoc. Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own way, bro. Like some things save some people. Some people find their own way, right? Some people, they find that in being heavily religious. Some people find it in, people find it in different places, right? Some people freaking go through a life of depression and find out that hang gliding is their thing or something like that, I think religion for the most. I think religion offers a lot of comfort to people. I think it gives you it gives people some hope, right? I tell you what, I've always believed there's some kind of power out there, but I am more and more starting to believe there is most definitely definitely a God, right? I don't want to pick a specific religion and such whatever, but there's definitely some kind of power, and the numbers of the devil and stuff are real. Like just some experiences I've had recently with the raid happening and stuff was actually really interesting. Really interesting. There was I won't name the name, and we have worked it out now. It's all good. But there was the day I got raided, another creator that I know of got raided, and he'd called me a bum on another stream and talked some shit about me on another stream, and then he'd sort of tried to be friendly. He's apologized now, so it's all good. So I won't go too far into it. But that situation, when the raid happened, I was on 666 subscribers when I'd started that stream. I was on 666 subscribers. And by the end of the stream, I was at like 900 and something subscribers. I got off stream and I heard he'd been raided as well. I was like, oh, cool. Interesting. Cool. I rewatched the replay and he'd got raided before me. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I guess because our channels have communicated, maybe that's why I got shown on the raid, was because I know him and have associated with him. So a few swipes later, because I'm live too and I do similar stuff, it came up. And this is a guy who'd call me a bum and stuff and this and that. And I obviously wasn't his biggest fan. And I looked at his channel, and he was at 666 subs after the raid. You tell me the chances of that. What's the chances that I was on 666 subs for 2 days? I'd had a couple of really rough days while I had 666 subs, and I'm usually, not overly religious or anything. And the person who had sort of, it pissed me off. I'm talking about shit about me on YouTube, and I'm just trying to help people on that. And he was the one who ended at 666 subs the same day, and I was like, wow. I don't know what to make of that. I was at 666 subs. He was less. We both got raided. I went off the 666 subs, and I checked in on him, and he was at 666. And I was like, that's pretty freaking weird. I don't know. Maybe I mean, I guess the more religious you are, the more significance it has. But I mean, if I go to my total non-religious, let's go raw logic on this. It's like, man, what's the chances of that? As like a coincidence type thing. It certainly got my attention. While I'm being blessed and raided by God above all things is what that's what Goat Raiders stands for. God above all things. Higher power doing its thing. That's it, man. You're not a fan of religion, but the word you're looking for is maybe solace. So yeah, like almost like a comforter, right? Like to me, solace is like a piece. Solace is like from what I remember, solace would be like making peace with a situation. Like it's happened, whatever. It's almost like an alignment thing, right? I want to actually check. Let's check the definition of that. You're probably right there. I'm getting more and more into this. Is this annoying when I do this? I bust out another phone and I look things up and stuff, or is this good? Again, I built this whole channel trying to read things through this, right? This is how all the words came up in my chat and stuff, right? So this is why I had to struggle to read words. That's why I was always like, what does that say? Solace is a noun meaning comfort, consolation, or relief in times of distress, sadness, or misfortune. It implies finding peace or emotional support, such as finding solace in music through companionship. Synonyms include comfort, consolation, release, something, and pity. Usage examples: emotional. After his wife left, he found solace in the bottle, or she found solace in the company of her friends. Interesting. Like condolences gives comfort, yeah. Everything happens for a reason, yeah, exactly. No, Oceanised New Zealand, my friend, New Zealand. Are you Australian? Where are you from? I'm sorry if you're Australian. I am a Kiwi, but we have a brotherly love thing here with Australians. So I usually, if you tell me you're from Australia, guys, I'll probably give you more crap than anybody else because it's the New Zealand-Australian rivalry. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Oceanised. I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm on the other part of Australasia, but it's a big brother, little brother relationship. Oh, England, jolly good. England, that's good. Yeah, we get. It's interesting. Where YouTube feeds me to. For the most part, it's like when I look at my analytics, it's New Zealand, Australia, USA, England, South Africa. But sometimes we get people from Sweden. We get quite a few people from India pop in and stuff. Beers in Alaska or just straight. Sorry, Rick, I don't understand that question at all, mate. Sorry. I don't know what sauna thing is. I'm not sure if I should say it. Sometimes these trolls try and trick me with some clever stuff, so maybe I'd end up saying something I shouldn't. I don't know. It's probably a beverage. No, I gave up alcohol. You sounded Australian to me. You see, the Australians, when they talk, there's a lot more inflection in the voice. So it'll go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Like you'll hear the end of they'll be like, how are you going, mate? Right? Oh, you just been over at the pub? Right? They kind of amp it up. It amps up and down more, Whereas a New Zealand accent is more flat, monotone. It's more of a, the Australia, you can usually pick an Australian accent by that little pitch. No, I'm hating on them. I do like Australians. They're all right. Even for a nation of criminals. So I'm jab at the Aussies here. Anyway, I'll make sure. Try not to miss anything. Religion providing source is good, but that doesn't make it true. That would mean any time. I don't know if I can say that word on here. Get solace as religion is true, for example. Yeah. Again, like that's why I don't really get into like religious or political conversations because again it's issues of contention, right? It's things like in the 1980s and 90s, how men didn't talk, bottle their feelings, and now these days, going to therapy and stuff is a lot more accepted than that, right? But back in the day, it was bottle it up, mate, old farmers at the pub or type thing. I don't know what you call it in America. The watering hole, down at the watering hole, the bar. That's more of a thing anyway. But yeah, there are just things you don't talk about. Like you don't argue about politics. You don't argue about religion. Like if you're in a pub, you don't go in and sit down with people and a new bunch of people and start bringing up politics and this and that and whatever, or talk crap about a man's wife or something, right? Like there's certain rules and structure. There's just topics you don't touch, right? Whereas on here it can be a bit more of a free for all. Got cheerleading later. Oh, rad. That's cool. Do you cheerlead like for a team or anything, or you just like practice as like a social thing? That's cool. That's something a bit different. Here we go, mate. Bro, no lie, but at all, you consider this abuse of my prescription. You do what you want, mate. You do you. You do you, my friend. All I would say is be careful with reward systems. Be careful of living in comfort and avoiding things. This is like there's nothing wrong with relaxation. There's nothing wrong with if a sports team you like is playing a game, you watch the show or whatever, or you watch a movie. Like there's nothing or whatever. There's nothing wrong with leisure, but there's a difference between taking a break and hey, I've earned some leisure or whatever. And there is a big difference between you've done fuck all for ages and you're just doom scrolling seeking comfort. It depends where you're at mentally. So if you can doom scroll and whatever and you're like, hey, I'm content with my life, this is fine, and that's the life you want, go for it. If you're wanting to change your life and progress things, well, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So it's life is self-assignment, man. There's all the distractions in the world. There's all the distractions on a phone. There's also, you can use a phone, you can use AI mode on Google, you can learn any trade, you can learn how to do anything yourself, and you can upskill yourself or whatever, right? Like building my cabin. Like, I don't know how to build a cabin, I'm just figuring it out. And people are like, oh my God, how do you know how to build a cabin? I'm like, I don't. But I need to build a cabin. It's like when I built the garage here, I came here in a caravan, it was a sheep paddock. And it was like, I have 18 cars and I've got to build cars to be able to sell them. I need a garage. So I found a garage on Facebook Marketplace and figured out how to put, it was a used garage on Facebook Marketplace and a pile of pieces I threw on a trailer. There was no like IKEA put screw A into hole B, so figure it out, man. What are the poll results? Yeah, I think we're 50-50 on the poll. Yeah, we're 50-50 between I will subscribe and no. We're at 62 votes there, so. Yeah, my partner's just got home, so we'll be heading off here in a minute. She's just got home from work. A bit of an earlier night tonight, I think. I'm pretty drained, guys. At the moment. I've lost my vape too, which is why I'm puffing on. Usually I have a pack of cigarettes a week. I only got these yesterday, but I'm sitting here puffing on cigarettes because I went for the motorbike ride. I had the vape when I was there, and I got home, and I'm sure everything went in the backpack. But I've got home. I thought I had it here on the bed, but I can't see it. I've torn the bed apart. I can't find the vape. It's here somewhere. No, first world problems, right? Yawning. It's 8:28 p.m. It's been a long day, man. I woke up at like 3:30. Then 4, then 4:30 and stuff. I just kept waking up. Why is she stopping halfway through the gate? I might have to move my truck. Hang on, guys. I'm going to have to move my truck forward. Give me a moment here. No, stay, puppy. I don't know. My truck, to be honest. He's not going to get a truck in though. Do that. Wait on. No, stay, dogs. Stay, dogs. Can I use the torch on this phone while I'm alive? That is a good question. We can. Good. No, dog. Bed. I've just got to move my truck, guys. Oh no, there's no turn the torch off. Oh shit. No, hang on, love. Torch, but I can't turn on the torch because the light has been used by YouTube. Well, YouTube isn't using the light. I had the torch on and YouTube turned it off. Bring it in. I'm just going to move my truck. Yeah, sorry. I'm just on live still. Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute here. I'll be off here pretty soon, though. Come on, Gil. Sorry, chat. Just roll the windows up. Apparently we got there's a severe weather watch. Like, as much as it was blue sky today, here's New Zealand weather for you, right? It was bright blue sky at the beach today, and as you saw, crystal blue sky, right? And there's a severe weather watch for 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. of heavy rain, heavy, like torrential rain. Wifey's just got to chock her tyre, just got to throw out a handbrake too. There you go, love. Yeah. Get the gate shut. So the dogs aren't rooting each other in the meantime. Yeah, the weather's going good. Rain all day in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, we finally had a bit of a good day here. I was going to go motorbike riding yesterday, that's why I got off the stream from cladding, but about half an hour later it got really cold and I was like, oh, bugger that. So yeah, we did another cabin stream yesterday, but yeah, today I'm going to end the live in a minute, love. Yeah, just chatting. I'm just heading inside, guys, and I'll catch up on the chat real quick. Hopefully the dogs ain't rooting. Oh no, we good. Alright, stay on your beds, dogs. Your own beds, no. Oh gosh, don't. Doing none of that. Right, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. Hey again. Hey, Kindness. Good to see you. Liked and subbed. Thank you very much, Ball Striker. Much appreciated, mate. Great to have you, Ball Striker, as well. It's been a very good conversation there, man. I'm really happy with the conversation tonight, guys. Just to thank you to everyone. We've had a couple of hiccups with people, but for the most part, we've been all right. We've actually covered some good topics, and I think we've had some good advice for people. And not just me. As always, I'm kind of hosting. Koala. Oh, I probably can't say that word on YouTube. Infused milkshake with some chocolate. Oh yeah, all right. You learn who your real friends are. Yeah, for sure. That is a very, I think that's a very crucial topic you touch on there about real friends, right? We kind of accumulate friends through life that they're associates or there's somebody 10 years ago, and like you grow up into different people. Like I was chatting to one of my mates. I grew up with him from when we were like 12 to 18, 19, and we hung around each other all the time. We were really good mates, and I hadn't caught up with him for years, and I hit him up on Instagram a couple of days ago. I just went, touch base. How are you, bro? You keeping well? Yeah, he's good. But he's got a wife, a house, a couple of kids now. He's off doing his, he's had a very different life to me, right? But when we grew up together, riding bikes around the neighborhood and stuff, we had a lot more in common. But I got into motorbikes, he got into drifting cars and stuff, and he built a photography company and stuff and all sorts. Yeah, everybody goes, But the thing is you can have other people that were, they were good mates and they were really good people when they were younger, and maybe they get a major drug addiction, and maybe it really affects you in a bad way. Sometimes you can stand by people, and sometimes you can't save people, and you have to save yourself. Or sometimes people just don't want as much out of life as you, and you go, hey, I want to start a business, I want this, I want that, I want to pursue this or that. And if that person's been negative towards you and more talking you down and stuff, like I had to cut off a mate. When did I cut him off? I won't say the name. When did I cut him off? The person I'd known like 15 years, 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. I'm on Instagram less. I'm focused more. You'd say I'm happier. I haven't got a close friend just talking me down. Like, he was judging my YouTube channel all the time. He'd always mock everything. I was like, oh man, I've just had a thousand. He's like, oh, how are you going? I'm like, oh man, I've just hit like 600 subs. And he's like, oh, whatever. Talking shit at me. Like, oh, you think you've changed now because you do some push-ups on YouTube. You think you're improving your life. You're the same as you've always been. All this shit, right? And it was that point he just had to go, man. I considered it for a long time. I really hoped it wouldn't come to that. There'd been points where I hadn't talked to the guy for like a year at a time. But yeah, you've got to be ruthless with that and make sure that you've got people around you who are the right influence. If you've got the wrong people around you, you try quit drinking and you've got people around you who are like, oh, yeah, and giving you shit about it rather than being happy that you're improving, you've got the wrong people around you. And they're just making that clear to you. You know, people will let you know who they are. People will let you know if they're on your side or not. I love your accent, you subbed. Oh, thank you very much, Sosa. I thought you'd been here before, Sosa. I'm sure I'd seen the name Sosa before. I did miss D-Bird's Men of Action stream this morning because he streamed a bit earlier. I slept in a bit, to be honest, as well. I'm missing tonight's one, but that's all right. You know, I can't always be there. I do try always be there, right? I'm usually there every stream, but just today. I do find that as well. I do sometimes need a break from his stream and just like, it's not even like, it's not about that I'm a mod in there and that I have to deal with it. It's just, I have to read it all anyway. And sometimes the chat can just get too crazy. Which is why I'm here, you know, I ask you guys, you know, if you want people out, then I'll take them out, right? If people are like, we had to discuss that with Fair Chris earlier. Yeah, you remember Fair Chris? I'd take him out of Dennis's channel because Dennis wanted him gone because he tends to question everything, right? He has to argue with everybody about everything, and like it's like he's always right, and it's just like we can like I'm happy to have a discussion, but he can't seem to have a discussion. He has to just win. Like that's an important lesson in life, guys. Do you want to be right or do you want to win? A very good friend of mine taught me that. Do you want to be right or do you want to win? So say you have I had this discussion with somebody the other day. I won't say who, but I had this discussion with somebody a couple of days ago. That they were having some issues with family at home and stuff, and I said, you know, with a family member, and they weren't really getting along too well. And it's like, well, do you want to have confrontations with that person and try and change them and try and, you know, if they don't really want to change and stuff, are you going to keep trying to change them, which is just aggravating them, or do you actually want to win? Do you want your life to be okay as a result? So it's like, maybe you need to listen to that person a bit and just respect them a bit and just go, okay, you can go your own path, but if you're going to have to coexist with that person, what actually works for cohabitation? Is it that you're right in every argument and it just pisses them off? Because then long term, you're not going to win, are you? Right? So you've got to, you know, it's always good to be genuine and be real, which is what I always try and be. But there's also situations with sometimes family or friends and stuff where you do have to bite your tongue and just like, okay, man, if you want to live that way, cool. And you just sort of try and accommodate them, because if you do not, like, you are under their thumb. If you're living in their house or something, you are under their thumb, for example, right? And you need to play the game, or else, you know, they are the one in control. If you want total control of your own life, you can build that for yourself over time and get yourself out there, buy your own house, build your own house, go travel in a van. Go travel, like New Zealand, you could go travel New Zealand for 10 years in a van and just, you'd survive perfectly well off going around the South Island and just go into a small town pub and talk to the farmers. Oh, do anybody need a few hours labour here or there? I want to be in this town for a few weeks or something. Who's got some work on? They'll put you on a shovel, man. You know, they'll make sure you're fed. You know, yeah, put your van on our place, mate. Work a bit, we'll feed you and whatever. You know, you don't have to, like, a lot of people are stuck in like a 9-to-5 job, and all they're doing is, they're like in Auckland, right? You go to your 9-to-5 job. You pretty much, when I lived in Auckland, it was, you pay your rent, you pay your bills, the bills come in for the flat, and it's like, oh, we bought $130 of cleaning products this week, and everybody's got to put in their share, and like they're buying the top shelf cleaning products without asking, whatever, and it's all costing you and affecting you. But you're not going anywhere, right? It's like, oh, I can go and get takeaways before I'm broke this week. It's like, well, why the fuck do it? I'm not saying this is exactly the only thing to do, but you could sell your car or whatever, and just go buy a van and go live in that, and go travel and whatever. So why sit in a job you hate, just paying bills, and you're not going anywhere? You can always get another job like that later. You might as well go fucking drive around for 5 years if you're not getting money towards getting a house or something anyway. Why stay in a job you hate? Why get up every morning, live in a house you don't really want to live in with people you don't want to live with? This is a situation I found myself in. I was waking up every morning, living in a house I didn't want to live in an area I didn't want to live in, going to a job I didn't like the job at all. I'd come home and I'd go and get some Thai food and watch some YouTube or whatever, and all your movies, and go to sleep and do it all again. And I never really was progressing anything. Like, my savings account was $500 or something. And it's like, you might as well buy a freaking $1,000 van or something and throw a bed in it. You know, I knew a guy I flatted with once who used to go camping with his missus, and they had a Nissan Pulsar, like a 2-door Nissan Pulsar wagon type thing. It still fit a bed and 2 people in it, right? But, there's all kinds of ways to live. But, yeah, so many people are stuck in the system. It's like, why are you going to live in a place and then stand at a rainy bus stop every morning to go to a job you hate? Like, back in the day, it was worse. You could progress up the company quite easily. You could buy a house and that. But for most people, that isn't reality now. So you're just paying off somebody else's mortgage, renting. It's like, well, you might as well buy a van. Instead of paying rent each week, you could be paying off the finance on a van. Well, you've got a job, they'll give you the finance to get the van, and you've got to come up with $100 a week for the van or something, right, on finance. But you can travel the country, put diesel in, and fuck, man, you stop in small towns, man. There's always contractors and shit. There's concreter guys. There's, especially concreter guys go through workers like crazy. You call up a concreter in any town you're in and go, hey, man, I'm willing to start work at 5 in the morning, and you're done by lunchtime, right? You can do that. Like, fucking concreters go through workers like nothing else. And again, physical labour. That would be a good thing for you, unknown, bro. Get yourself a van and get concreting, bro. Again, these are, as well, another factor would be their jobs, like, safe from AI and all that, right? It's all the office workers and stuff. But vineyard and orchard work, yep, that's what I did when I was 21, I did that. I was 20. I turned 20. I had my 21st at a small pub in the South Island in Greta Valley, North Canterbury. So I was living in Greta Valley and, sitting around with all the farmers, the peppy little 20-year-old Auckland boy. Yep. That's why I'd suggest as well. It's bloody eye-opening, man. At 21, that opened my eyes to a whole different way of the city I grew up in, to be out in the country in the snow, riding my motorbike in the snow in the morning at 6 in the morning. It's still dark. It's snow and ice, and you're riding motorbike to work down to Amberley the Montana Vineyard, just before you hit Amberley, before you can sort of see the railway tracks, the last big Montana Vineyard on the left. I was working in there. You're down in Amberley. And then we'd go over to Rangiora for groceries. Yep, that was me at so I was 20, I was out of work, I hated where I was living in the flat I was in, I'd lost my job, I didn't want to be in the flat I was in anymore. And I actually went on the motorbike forum, where I was well known on the motorbike forum, and I went, hey guys, does anybody have any jobs going? And almost everyone, I put myself out there, and everyone goes, oh yeah, fucking, you'll never do it, whatever, we're not going to give you work, blah, blah, blah. And this guy who had never met me had seen me around the forums. I was a cheeky shit on the forum. I was a bit of a troll on that, right? A lot of a troll. But, like, I was genuine on there about other things too. But, I'd take the piss a lot. And he popped up and he went, yeah, young fella, yeah, we're about to start vineyard season. I've talked to the manager. We can get you a job down here. You can start next week. We're about to start pruning season. And I've got a spare room, but you'll be chopping firewood. You'll be doing work, you'll be putting in the work. And I was like, and everyone was like, oh, he won't do that. He won't do that. And I was like, sweet as. And I had an early 21st birthday with my mum and sister and stuff first, and there's pictures of me sitting there about to head off. And for my 21st present, I got a nice warm jumper, a beanie, some thick socks, and they sent me on a plane, and away I went, man. And it was one of the best things I ever did. One of the best things I ever did, man. And that's Lynx View Acres. He's in South Canterbury. And man, I watch his channel. I'm just like, fuck, man, I need some land down. Like, if I buy land, I'll probably buy land down there, to be honest. Long term. That's probably where I'd buy it. I just fucking don't like the cold down there, man. That's the only thing that puts me off the South Island is the winter. The cold. I love it in summer. Even in the winter, working the vineyards, like, you show up in the freezing cold. You've got motorbike guys on. I had heated grips on the motorbike even, but then you're grabbing onto frozen grapevines at 6 in the morning. But by 10 in the morning, or you'd have 3 layers of socks on first thing in the morning. By 10 in the morning, it was as clear as the sky was on my stream at the beach earlier today. It was just like, yeah, scorching hot, and you're down to a t-shirt and shorts. But yeah, good work, hard yakka. With all the Meatworks boys, right? I yapped the ear off those poor Meatworks boys. They were quiet South Island boys, and I was, the chatty Aucklander. But yeah, the Meatworks would shut down over winter, so all the Meatworks guys would come and work at the vineyard. They actually taught me a lot. Like, I wish I could actually thank those guys these days, right? Because, I was the young, peppy little Aucklander. But even now, in the last few years, I've thought a lot about what they'd say on the vineyard. They'd be cranking through the rows, and they'd give me wisdom. I just wasn't really listening, because they were from the Meatworks. They wanted to go surfing. That's all they gave a shit about was surfing, man. They wanted to go out and have some fun surfing. So they would work the vineyards. The Meatworks had shut down. They'd work the vineyards, but they'd start at 5 in the morning before anyone else. They'd be in there fucking bombing through it. And then they'd be out of there by lunchtime, 11 a.m. They were gone. They're in their car, they're gone. Now we've done our rows. We've done so many today on piece rate that if we do any more, it's going to take us up into the next tax bracket. They do 300 plants a day, and they bugger off. And I'd always be like, oh man, I'm taking it easy today. I'll catch up tomorrow, you know. And I remember one of them saying, he was like, you never catch up, bro. Tomorrow's a different day. And that's always stuck with me, that one. You know, you never catch up. You've got the opportunity right now. And that actually picked up my pace at the time. And, you know, by the time I left there, I was keeping pace with them pretty good. Close. But they seemed to pick up the pace. And in retrospect, I would have wanted to get away from me too. So they'd work their way down the road next to me. If they got a road next to me, they'd work their way down the road quick enough that they, you know, I couldn't talk to them. Oh, well. Did you do the dinner before lunch? Didn't do that. What have I missed here? Sounds like we all need to come live with Venom. Oh, Scott. Sorry, I've missed some messages here, guys. Saw your bike this morning. How was the ride, Venom? Yeah, good, bro. Huranui pub? Yeah. Huranui pub, that's the one. Didn't see you over there, but stopping to say hello. I love and respect you and yours. Thank you very much, Scott and Melissa. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I missed the stream this morning. He was on earlier, and I get up at 8 a.m. right before Dennis goes live. Like usually 7:38. Now it's 8 a.m. my time when he's live. So earlier in the year it was 10 a.m. Right? It's come back a couple of hours because of daylight savings changes around the planet. And yeah, I didn't make it this morning, and then tonight I saw him come up, and I was like, man, I'm in there every day. We're having a really good stream. We were having some really deep chat here. We've had Celtic chatting away in that, so yeah, I just decided to stay on here tonight. I'm sure, you know, Dennis won't mind. Dennis won't mind. He, as he says, you're there if you're there, so it's all good. Going around the corner, I'm not sure what I've missed there. Taking the piss wasn't mean by. You realise it's very different here living in a van. And that life means police court and all things. Welcome to Illinois. Oh yeah, different situation in Illinois. Oh yeah, like for sure. Like I'm definitely not saying like just to be clear, Faith. I'm definitely not saying like everybody should go live on the road in a van. It's just an example of like if you're in a 9 to 5 you hate, like there's nothing stopping you if you wanted to do that. For some people that's make their own business. For some people it's they move city and they get a new 9 to 5 job or something, right? It's life is self-assignment, right? Did you do the dinner before the lunch? £20. Did you turn the corner? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Dylan. Have I missed something, bro? I feel like I'm missing some context here, Dylan. Or maybe I'm just not thinking about what I've said properly. It's nothing like this. Freedom, being free. That's one thing I would say to you all. Appreciate your freedom. Don't take it for granted. Yeah, we do have a lot. Don't take for granted that you're living in the greatest time to ever be alive. As far as your access to information and technology and the kind of life you can have, yeah, getting a house a bit harder, but as far as like, it's like when I want to build my cabin, 20 years ago with Trade and Exchange, my dad used to get the newspaper Trade and Exchange. You know, if you want to look something up, some guy here is selling a boat hull or something, right? And you'd have to call up first thing in the morning and chase it up and run around, and somebody else would get there first, and it was a total piss around. Like, if I'd wanted to buy, I was saying to Susie yesterday, I said, if I wanted to buy all the bolts of the cabin, most of them came from a builder who was just clearing out containers and containers of stuff. $50, take the lot away. It's like, read that ad in the Trade Exchange and be the guy to find that back in the day, right? Whereas now it's listed up, $50, buy now. Sweet, I'll pick it up tomorrow, you know? There's all the bolts, all the screws to put my roofing on and my cladding and stuff, right? So there's definitely a lot of opportunity. And then, you know, AI mode on Google, you can ask that thing anything. You know, you don't ask it like Google, like a prompt, like why sky blue? It's, you know, you can go into AI mode and type it a couple of paragraphs and go, I'm blah, blah years old, I enjoy doing this and this and this. What do you think I should do? And it'll go, you'd be good at this because do you enjoy this kind of stuff? It'll ask follow-up questions and shit, right? So rather than researching and trying to figure it all out yourself, you know, you've got this tech to your advantage if you want to use it. But if you want to use it, doom scroll and muck around, it's, you know, it's so life self-assignment. You've got the device which could make you a billionaire. The phone you have in front of you could make you a billionaire or could make you brain rotted. It's what do you choose to consume? How do you choose to use the device, right? No worries, having an amazing day. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you guys as well. I hope you have some good times together today, guys. Have a laugh. Try to smile about some things. Talk about some memories and stuff, Scott. I'm sure you guys are enjoying each other's company through all of this, right? That's what's keeping you strong. So we are all thinking of you, Scott. Yeah, the old story. Yeah, the old story. We've all got our stories. I generally try not to go too much into the stories and stuff. Like if there's a lesson in them, I'll sort of I'll divulge into it. But it's not meant to be just like crazy stories and me talk. We've all got our own stories. We've all got our own problems and stuff, right? Like there's people who've had way harder runs than me, right? And that's where I get a lot of my drive, a lot of my discipline comes from gratitude. That just by chance I don't happen to be born in Africa, starving in a hut with like malaria. These people you see on interviews, they're sitting on a plastic chair, and all they're doing is they've got flies walking all over their face, and you're watching them like, why don't you want to brush the fly off your face? They just let them walk all over them and shit, right? Because they're just used to it. It's just accepted as whatever. That could be your life. It's just pure chance, You could be one of many other millions of people. As I say on here, you were the fastest sperm. And that's just the load your dad blew that day. How many of you think he blew off all over the years of his life that went elsewhere? And you are the one sperm that, well, maybe you got brothers and sisters, right? But out of billions of sperm your dad's dropped out into the world, you're the one who actually gets to be alive and have the existence. Who gets to experience the world, who gets to go on the journey. It sounds weird, but it's a great mental framing because it helps to kind of have a laugh at things. So that's why I like to tell that one. It's a bit of an icky one, but it's true. Everyone loves it when I tell it. It's true. It's inarguable. You could have ended up in your dad's dream catcher. You know what a dream catcher is? It's a sock under his bed. I think we're getting off the rails now, guys. The dream catcher. A mate told me that one. Again, these are things I just pick up things in life. Oh, you put the poll up. Thank you very much. No. all these poor people from the goat raid just horrified. Yeah, could be. But this is a reality, right? It's a reality, and it's as real as we're all going to not be around. In 100 years, none of us are around. Nothing we say, that girl you asked out or whatever, rejected, that thing you were nervous about or scared to ask your boss for a promotion, whatever it is, right? In 100 years, nobody's going to fucking remember. There's not going to be like this YouTube video. It might still be on the internet in 100 years, but with 100 million YouTube channels, I don't think anybody's going to be watching it, guys. The less F's you give, the happier you'll be, right? And by the less F's you give, the happier you'll be. More often than not, that translates to the opinions of other people and having the right people around you. And settle down. I'll settle down. I am settled down. I've got a nice life in the country. I've got the dogs I wanted. I've got the truck I always wanted. I've got the motorbike I always wanted. I've got the partner I always wanted. That's actually a partner who's but we're working together to build a life, right? I'm settled, mate. I'm settled. I'm good. We're doing all right. The comeback kid comes back again from the bottom. He's back. Still spooling up, mate. Yeah, I know you can. Yeah, we're having a bloody laugh at the moment, mate. We're having a yarn, we're having a bit of a New Zealand yarn. But yeah, as I say, I don't want it to be all serious here. We like to have a laugh. We like to tell some stories, and yeah. A lot of mental health is having a laugh, man. I got to say, if you don't, some days, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So have a laugh, mate. Have a smile. Where did negative thinking ever get us? What did your self-doubt, depression, negative thoughts, anger, what did any of it ever do for you? What does it do? What's the outcome? Like we had a guy in here recently who was gambling, and we discussed it. And he was like, I was upsetting family and been hiding it and stuff. And the reality was that he'd lost. I said, well, like, how much have you lost over 3 years or whatever? And it was like, he'd lost like $8,000 or $10,000. I was like, so you're like gambling, you're going gambling for the rush of you might win, right? But you have the evidence, you have the data right in front of you that for like 3 years, over the big picture, you haven't won, which is why they run casinos, which is why gambling exists, is so that the house makes the money one way or another, right? So the long game is you're not making money. And all it took was that mental shift and framing of, I'm doing this thing I know isn't good for me, and it's costing me money. I know that I'm going there for the rush of I might win money, but the evidence shows I'm not winning money. I'm losing money. It's destroying my life. And that's all the shift it took. And he came back after a while and said, I haven't been gambling. Everything's going great. Thank you. I was like, cool, man. That's what I'm here for. Just small mental reframes. It only takes the slightest little tweak, a different perspective on something. Have a laugh. Look for a positive in it. Maybe it is just look really negative. Maybe it is horrible. But staring at how horrible it is isn't going to help you. So take it on yourself. Take control. Try make some time. If you haven't got enough time, make time. So cut out distractions. We all have a fair few hours in the day. The days are longer than you think. It's the time in the phone that vanishes, right? So hopefully this time in the phone vanishing, sitting here with me, has been beneficial in some way to you. Lights and sounds make it addictive too. Yep, all those things. Same with social media, doom scrolling, right? All the algorithms are just designed. It's like the algorithms are not designed to feed you what you want. Like, they don't keep you on YouTube or Instagram, say shorts or reels, right? They do not keep you on there by showing you the content you like. They show you 5% of the content you like when they need to show it to you. So that's how the social media algorithm works. Is if, say, I like motorbikes and German Shepherds, right? If I like motorbikes and German Shepherds and the algorithm knows that, it's going to show me motorbikes and German Shepherds. The moment it detects that I'm slowing a bit different, that I'm changing a bit, it's going to feed you different things. It's going to try feed you different contexts. Oh, do you like a bit of this? Maybe you like some of this. Maybe you like some of that. And then when it goes, oh, he's slowing down, or he swipes off about that point, oh, okay, well, now we need to feed him another German Shepherd or motorbike video or a motorbike crash or something bright and flashy, right? That's what it's doing. It's not showing you what you want. The algorithm is not showing you what you're interested in. It's showing you what you're interested in, this much, to keep you around for this much, to keep you on. So again, just be mindful of that. Awareness is everything, right? Be mindful of it, and bed. Come up here. You can't go out there yet. Well, as soon as I get off here, we're going to take you out. But I need to supervise you so you don't go out the gate. Yep, absolutely, Natasha. Yep, they do. It's no secret. It's open. They say it, and go look it up. Go ask Google AI about that. Of like, what, when I get these ads, how is this happening? How is this directing it to me? Like we discussed phone cases, and I was looking up phone cases on my phone, and we discussed them and whatever. And I was looking at a drop saw the other day, right, and talking about the blades, and I was on my phone showing them and showing Susie. I mean, yeah. 10 minutes later, she had ads on her phone for skill saw blades, and the skill saw brand I was looking at. So yeah, it's all completely a thing. Yeah, for sure, it is. But we're allowing it into our lives. This is what it is. It's only going to get more intrusive over time. I don't worry about it. With all the AI stuff coming and all the blah, 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 name or whatever, so it's all just going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. I am going to wrap it up now because Susie is home. I need to do some dinner. We need to do dinner of some kind. I need to let the dog out before he scratches through the door. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for showing up here, guys. It does all help the channel as well, which means I can reach more people, right? So the more you guys turn up here, the more it works out. If you do want to support the channel, I only mention this. I'm making sure I only mention this at the end of streams, right? End of streams, so I'm not pestering people. People ask me to add a donation thing. I'm not monetized on YouTube, so there's no dollar thing there. I have put a donation link in the channel description. It's a thing called Buy Me a Coffee. You're not actually buying me a coffee. It's just you can donate $5, $10, whatever. So if anyone wants to contribute to the channel in some way, so I can upgrade phones, I need to buy a tablet and stuff at some point in the future. Or maybe you want me to buy some more stuff, some paint for the house. I need some paint for my cabin. If you want to support me in any way, I would appreciate it, but it's up to you. If you cannot afford it or something, please, there's no obligation. I'm doing fine. I was never going to monetize the channel, but the option is now there in the channel description if you guys want it. Thank you very much. As always, guys, it is a pleasure, and yep, come join me whenever you like, and please never be afraid to ask me for help if you need help, you need advice. please do reach out. You're never a hassle to me. You're never going to be a burden in here. I am on here for that reason, to help people. Right? Cool. Thank you very much, guys. I've really enjoyed tonight. And you guys cheer me up and stuff as well, right? When I have some hard times, this channel helps me too, guys. So I do appreciate it. All right, thank you very much, guys.